Well, when you submit to a woman, when you have in a relationship, it's somehow you have to simp.
Let me ask you something.
Mhm.
Has anything a woman asked you to submit to ever helped you financially?
I mean, it depends. I mean, yeah.
Most of the things a woman has asked me to submit to cost me money. Most of the things a woman asked me to submit to were bad ideas.
Maybe it's just those women.
Nah,
No.
I'm not even going to let's say you got a responsible woman. You got a
Mhm.
responsible woman, you kicking it with her shit together. Her shit might be more together than yours, right? But your shit is straight, right?
Mhm.
So y'all together, y'all enjoying each other to prove y'all relationship. What's the first thing you gonna have to do?
You talking about become one?
Or spend money. It'll never be you'll be willing to get with a woman and y'all be in love without it costing her a dime, but it'll never be that way for you.
Mhm.
And if you get with a woman and it don't cost you a dime, she gonna want 100% control and say so.
I guess I can understand that. As far as pouring into the other, as far as a man, I think I always pour more into a woman. As far as the sacrifice that we willing to do, you know what I'm saying, and put ourselves life on hold to make sure that shit continuously roll. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I can understand. Yeah.
That's the from my understand from what I just learned, that's the biggest form of simping. Cause just thinking about it, if you the one that's gonna do all the provisions, or not even the provisions, you the one that's gonna take the punch in the face. Cause if shit don't go right for her, it's gonna be you that get outside and shovel shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you put what you got going on or what you trying to do or what you working with on hold for what she want, you actually kind of hurting her a little bit because you already know what she talking about is temporary and what you doing is for the long haul. And after you been submitted to her will so many times, you gonna lose the bitch anyway. It's very few guys I know that submitted to something that a woman solely wanted on her own that didn't end up regretting it. Here you go.
Hey man, I gotta write this shit down, bro.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you. And other I guess like other guys is looking at that, but then like when you walking in your purpose, your woman should not be offended. This is just me. Your woman should not be offended by you doing what you got to do, especially when business is handled. You know what I'm saying? But what ends up happening is how she personally feel about the way you may do something just is used as a blanket statement over who you are as a man or a total individual. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, it's some guys out here that may not even be cheating that ain't dealing with that. And they coming into the relationship from the gate like, I ain't doing that. And
I
they
think I think that's that, I think you gotta lay that down at the beginning relationship. You know what I'm saying? But
and that,
I think we simp at the beginning of a relationship just to get them. You feel me? And then we wanna stop being a simp.
I think it's the way it's like the way they treat us. It's like you damn near gotta show some of that to even get past the brick wall. But then
Mhm.
again, I can't even though that may be true on the other side, I see other dudes who they know not about to do none of that, that women will just get in the pussy. But any if it's a question about you, she gonna play games with you. Not to say you ain't gonna get the box, but as far as some of this other shit we talking about gonna fall its way into being requirements. And as far as what you said, well, how we start off, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, dog, Anton, the nigga that started this conversation over that like got me thinking about this. He with his woman from high school, and he got her by he like 2 years older than him. So you know that automatically creates a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, I'm listening to him because you know how people, you know how when you sacrifice to make a good decision early in your life that ends up working out for you later, right? People always want to take that sacrifice part from you and just be like, oh, your shit better because of this, or oh, that worked out because of that. And they want to take the part away from you about what you sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, as men, we might have all worked out a little bit better if we just fucked with the woman that was fucking with us just because in the beginning. Instead of submitting to some bitch that wasn't fucking with us like that, no way.
You know what? I think it go both ways as far as a woman start off differently too. You know, at the beginning of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll try to show you that they're there for you. You know what I'm saying? More at the beginning of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And then it drastically change. You know what I'm
Drastic.
saying? Yeah. So
Drastic.
yeah.
And you did, and this is why I call that cheating. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm down there ready to Google cheating. But men get caught out for cheating because they be done had sex with somebody else. But a woman will be then totally quit doing her job, still expecting a full paycheck. Now that's the real definition of cheating. You know what I'm saying? Just because a dude doing extra work and she ain't even doing her job, expecting to get paid. You know what I'm saying? You say what, bro?
They got cheat, act of dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination.
Right.
Deceive or trick.
So who cheating?
Be
Men,
sexually unfaithful. Avoid
they
something
just
undesirable by luck or skill.
man, they just added that to be sexually unfaithful in there. I bet that ain't in the you know, women and bully Webster ass. I bet that wasn't in the original
All right, they
definition.
got it all broken down like cheating definition, relationship, and they got emotional cheat definition. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just talking about the base word cheating. What's the first definition of cheating? The number
yeah,
one
that's what I just
definition.
read.
Right. You know, you see
Yeah.
they added, and
The
this is how
first
they.
one
This
is act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I feel like that's how they get us. You know what I'm saying? They add all these other words, all these extra definitions that don't really mean shit when what we talking about is the base word of cheating. And that is to give less to try to still get the same results as you would get as if you gave a full job. And these women is getting away with that shit. And with a well, I don't just want to put it on women, but they are getting away with that shit socially and in most relationships. And where the problem come, well, my problem come in that is after a woman cheats me out of what I'm supposed to get out of her, she'll have time, energy, money for all type of shit that is not going to be conducive to her success. At least not our success. It might be good for her individual success, but not ours. But everything I do, she wants me to submit to it being good for our. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm relationship striking.
That what mine's is mine's and what's yours is mine's. That's they
They,
belief.
they never say it like that. They be like, I gotta think about myself. Well, what about me? Or before you get to say something, they hit you with their own bills. Like, hold on. Sometimes you know how many guys it's guys in relationship where a woman make more than them, but they still gotta pay for shit. I just had one where we make the same. You hear me? But me needing $100, it'll never went that way. And that's why I say the simping is like to a whole nother degree. And my whole thing was like this: if I'm gonna be expected to take care of absolutely everything, cool. But give me that absolutely everything treatment. But I'm not gonna take care of everything and be submitting to your will like you the one that's gonna take the punches in the face. Cause you're not. And like
Yeah.
that's where I'm
When you
huh?
gotta, like you said before, it's time to take them punches and shit go downhill. Who's to blame? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
Not
was
what led up to that. It's always when we there, it's your fault. No matter how we got.
I mean, when we get there, you're not even gonna really get the chance to say anything. It's gonna be about what you're gonna do. Matter of fact, it ain't even gonna be about what you're gonna do. You innately are already gonna start moving to fix the situation. While they sit there, cry, bitch, moan, complain, go through whatever it is they go through before they snap into shape. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's some women out there that will handle these type of situations differently, but even the women we talking about will handle these situations differently for another nigga. But like how they look, how we are, where we at on the social standing, and how much niceness we got in us, be dictating off more than what we think. Because the same woman that look at you in the face and act like something is oh so impossible, will be more than willing to do it for the last nigga or the next nigga. And that's where the shit get kind of hard to read. You know what I'm saying? Because a chick could be like, a chick might have a kid with a dude that ain't there, and she don't get this nigga no trouble, but she can't give you 5 minutes of peace. And in her mind, it makes sense. In her mind, that's rational. In her mind, that's fair. But it's like, hold on, why don't you go bother the nigga that put you in this situation, not the one that helped you out of it? But they don't do that, and then we don't look at it like that. We just, oh, I'm strong. I can take it. I can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Or she just tripping and you brushing it off. But shit, nigga, them 30, 40 years of unnecessary heart palpitations, you know what I'm saying? Unnecessary blood pressure spikes and all of that shit. And for what? And that's what I'm talking.
Yeah, I think dudes don't get enough credit for that. For stepping up to the plate, for the other man and left the plate, the field, everything. You know what I'm saying? Through the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Duh, duh. This one dude I'm cool with, you know, him and his wife both had relationships outside of each other, ended up getting with each other, making a new family, whatever, whatever. Been together about 10 years, 12, 10, 10, 15 years, whatever. Got the house, the car, woody, woody, woo, right? Now, she my age. He about 10 years older than me, right? She been a slim goody all her life. One day she wakes up, decides she wants to get some enhancements, which I didn't understand because she was a slim goody, you know what I'm saying? And then when I so now she ain't even the same chick no more. I'm she
Hold on, wait. So you said, oh boy in therapy?
in therapy.
Man, I don't think females understand how that shit can't fuck a nigga up.
But dig this, before we even snicker and giggle at the nigga, when he told me that, I me, I had a
Mhm.
laugh. But then I realized he not the only nigga in there. He's in a group. He's in a motherfucking group of men who married and they wives went and got surgery. And this is a big ass secret and it's going on everywhere.
Mm.
And these men going through hell because they the woman they've been married to for God knows how long. It ain't the body, it's the change in her. That I done
Yeah,
known this person 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? You used to dress like this, now you dressing like that. You never wanted to leave the house with me, now you in the club. The only pictures you used to post used to be family. Now you got your ass out. I've been
my
showing you, and
one of my
then
homegirls, one of my
uh,
homegirls said that her friend had got her body and stuff done, but they had to go to therapy. It was like recommended that after before you get the surgery, you gotta go through therapy, because you gotta change your mental too. It's not just your body. So they actually do have therapy, for the women to go before they get the surgery. Because you gotta change your mental too. You change your body with the same mindset, that ain't gonna work.
come on now,
You know what
and
I'm
look at
saying?
and look at that shit. You got women getting their body did still eating way unhealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then, what is that worth? You're gonna be looking real beautiful. You're gonna be nice ass body in the coffee. You know what I'm saying? But what is doing to these guys ain't being talked about.
It don't
You
matter.
know, and then going back to the morals and standards, like shit. Some of these guys, like I said, dog in a group
Mm.
without stumbling to that conversation, he'd have never told me that shit, and I'd have never believed that shit exists. But that's what you know what I'm saying. So, and then again, when you talking about submitting to the will or submitting to some shit a woman won't, now she done did that shit, and she ain't made it a full year, and already been showing her ass, and it's like, well, how much time you think she got before she crossed the line? And then it's like for him, in his point of view, well, damn, if she had that body before, would she had even chose to be with me?
Mm.
You know what I'm
There's a lot
saying?
of
So
questions. There's a lot of questions. That, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying with the whole and like he was bullied into that shit, and like I don't think he thought about it. He ain't think about it until me and him talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And then when
Yeah.
he thought about it, then it was like he had something to say, but because all I did was ask a question. You know what I'm saying? And that just you know what I'm saying? Submit, submit. And now nigga done lost out from that. So when you put it in that respect, it's like, what is that shit worth? Your ass then froze again, nigga.
Man, my internet connection. Good now.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
this suburb shit, man.
I had to switch to the extender boost.
So man, me
Yeah, man.
personally, and then
But
if a woman tell you she want a man, then that should mean she want a man, not a male she can control. And I'm not drunk off of a chick shouldn't have no say so or no input. I'm not with all that at all. But what I am saying is respect should be mutual. And then like certain things is an automatic fuck you. And we be accepting them motherfuckers. And we don't even know it. Every little stab they give you is another little piece of death into you, another little take something else away from you. And we just walk through that shit, not even noticing until it's too late. Motherfucker be done said, yeah, till it ain't no food no more. And now it's on you to feed everybody else. And as soon as they see you can't, they gonna walk away. But you being submitted to this and submitted to that. I was having a conversation with somebody today, and it's like, yo, dog, you asked me for you asked me for 10 things. I didn't want to give you seven. 7 of them, but you ended up with 12 things you wanted, and I ain't got shit out the deal that I wanted. I only wanted one thing, and you still complaining to me, and that's what submitting to a female is like. And that's why I feel kind of differently about it. It ain't no difference, and your woman won't go, not your woman, but your woman won't go to the gym with you, but she'll go get her body did. You know what I'm saying? Or like when you speak on something, like when you tell your woman like, hey baby, you know that don't go like that. You be done said that shit 3 4 times, but somebody else said then they heard you. And I'm starting to notice all of these things are coming from a lack of respect that maybe we might have introduced by, like you said in the beginning, how we come into it in the beginning. But it's kind of hard to know. Like it's kind of hard to know how much you should be giving and getting in the beginning because you know they're gonna use you. But if you don't show yourself as being useful, then you may not get picked at all. But then it kind of come down to the point of you damned if you do, damned if you don't. And they all fucking this asshole nigga anyway. He's gonna get the draws, dog. So nigga might as well just be himself and stand on that and take what come to you. At least when you yourself 100% of the time without all that submitting and all of that shit. Whoever fucking with you fucks with you. And I think not for everybody in YouTube land, but personally, me, I've been making that mistake.
I think all men, I think all men do that. You know what I'm saying? And
That
I
go
think
back.
that is the problem. You know what I'm saying? We so focused on a woman and being this perfect guy in they eye, square guy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you lose thought of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why they really picked you from the beginning, right? So then we started trying to change and be something that we ain't, and we killing ourselves inside. You know what I'm saying? Until we get to a point like, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't good. I'm not happy. Like,
Yeah.
but
And
they be
then
happy.
and by then it's so many things they could say about you for thinking about yourself. Oh, he irresponsible. Oh, he having a midlife crisis. Oh, he angry. Oh, he a deadbeat. They gonna paint you with every color brush they can as soon as you start thinking about yourself. It ain't funny. But the dude that's been thinking about himself the whole time, he got to fuck all our girlfriends and marry the bitch he wanted, and he don't have no headache. And my bitch was cool with it when she was fucking him, but it's a problem with me. So I think we gotta, yeah, we damn sure gotta start looking at these things differently and approaching them differently. And the motherfucker just gotta be willing to walk away or willing to go without. And that's the kind of crazy thing because what ends up happening is we end up either being pushed away or going without anyway. But that discomfort of the idea of going without is some shit we always bitch out to. It's like if I do that, she gonna do this. If I do this, she gonna do that. And then it's like we turn it into a game where they always gotta move. When as men, we already know it's one thing we could do in every situation to shut it all down, and then it's just gonna be what it is. But we don't ever go there. We always allow them to go there first.
I was watching something, man. This man makes so much sense, bro. This is one of my reels. It was the best reel. But he said that you should be with who you start a family with. If you're not with that person no more, if you started a family with, it's gonna be hard for you. And they go both ways, men and women. And he said that the problem is people are childish, women and men in a relationship, because it's like people be pouting they way this way. They want this, you want this, instead of coming together and both y'all get what y'all want, it's either y'all rather give up, you know what I'm saying, and start over somewhere else, and then that's where the problems come down. And he was just saying like, whatever family you start, finish. If you don't do it that way, it's gonna be problems.
There's gonna be problems that way too.
I'm saying, but that's why you gotta have that mate that look at the same type shit, not trying to be childish, work shit out and understand each other.
Man, I agree, but I think men don't have no choice in. I mean, we do have a choice in who you start a family with, but a man having a kid is you make the
Easier
choice.
said than done.
You no, I'm just saying you make the choice to have sex. It's very few men that make the choice to have sex thinking about having a kid. And I feel like the way that we get did in that situation is the equivalent to a dude expecting sex because a woman is dressed half naked. And it's just blanketed that every dude that laid down to have sex was intentionally trying to have a kid. It's not always like that. Now on the other side for them, they already know what they looking at and what they doing. They know who they are and they got to say so. So them being able to make that choice as far as like who I'm gonna be with and sticking with who I had kids with, I would say so. But shit, a man ain't really got that choice because any bitch determined to get you that you willing to have sex with gonna have that opportunity of getting
As far as getting a baby,
you. Yeah, that's a fact.
I think it's goes both ways. Like a man know if he want to have a baby with not with a woman, he know to strap up, or he know make sure you know what I'm saying, make no mistake.
Man, I'm gonna tell
But
you like this: you could want to get a woman pregnant all you want to. She not having keeping that baby if she don't want to.
oh yeah, yeah, that's
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? She could be getting a shot and not tell you. She could be mourning after and then not tell. You know,
I
it's a
got
she got a shitload of options. I'm saying she is 100% in control of that, and you are not.
you. Yeah, I got you. When you made it that way, like they decided they wanted it or not. You know what I'm saying?
So,
You ain't
so
got no. They ask you, even though it really don't matter anyway, 'cause they
it
gonna do what
don't.
they want to do anyway. So
It's the exact equivalent to a woman going somewhere half naked and a dude expecting sex.
but we
You
wrong.
know, matter of fact, it might be worse, but I'm gonna say they the same for now. But to me, they both the R word. They both the R word, man. It everybody loses, you know. That some of that stick with your first and stuff, like I kind of feel that, but then again I don't because a lot of the times, and you see it with how women treat you after a certain amount of time, a lot of times these bitches be settling. And even though
It
you
go
might
both
be a
ways.
huh,
It go both ways.
we
Man
look
can
at
settle
settle
too.
we look at settling totally different than they do. We look at settling like, you know what, baby, you ain't that bad. They look at us like, nigga, you owe me because I could have been with so and so and so and so. And they'll
I fucked
treat you
around
like
and
that.
missed out on my baller shit. Fucking around with
Right.
your ass, waiting on you to get your shit together. And I watch this nigga over here balling, flying bitches out. That could have been me. I could have been one of them.
Like, bitch, please. He wasn't fucking with you like that when you was giving him the pussy.
Yeah,
But they be lying to themselves, making them think that shit. So, and this is where it get funny at because all the women that's not like this, they either at home not fucking around no more because they tired of the bullshit, or some dude that snatched them up. So the bitches that is out here moving and shaking or on the internet, they seem like they represent everybody, but I know it's other type of women out here. It's just the whole relationship aspect with it once you add all of these factors. Because once you run into a woman like that, she gonna have the same understanding that we do, and then y'all both gonna be looking at each other kind of leery. You might fuck around, end up being best friends. it's some it's some dirt bagginess on that. That's all I'm saying.
And a lot of times up front, people say things that they want or what they're looking for in a relationship. It all be lies. I think that's just something that they rehearse, tell themselves to make it sound like, you know what I'm saying? But it's really not what they really want.
I'm in total agreement. I'm in total agreement with that. And then when somebody do say what they want exactly, a motherfucker don't believe them. Cause let me tell you, I've been being real honest. Like since me and my son's mother split, every woman I met, I was being real honest to. Now I was honest before then, but not like this. And it became more of a challenge to women than it was an appreciation for my honesty. I'm gonna get him to do something different, or I didn't hear that, or you ain't, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we had a point blank conversation of, I'm not trying to do this, I'm not trying to do that, I'm not taking nothing from you if you ain't with it, and we could just be cool. And a bitch would be done forgot that whole
Sometimes the truth is so insulting to people.
You know what I'm saying? That part. So, like you said, women want the truth. They really can't handle the truth. This woman had made that post. She said that uh, all a guy got to do is be truthful. You know what I'm saying? He gets so much further with, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, that's not
dig
true.
dig how that shit go. A chick asks you the top three questions that'll make her not talk to you. Because no matter how you answer them, she could look at it either way. They gonna ask about your age, your relationship status, and your parent status. Now, when you say you ain't got no kids, they gonna look at you one or two ways, like something wrong with you or you lying. You say you do got kids, then they gonna look at you like drama.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
You say you single, they gonna look at you like you lying. You say you not single, they gonna look at you like you full of shit. You, you know what I'm saying? So like, and then the only way being honest gonna work. The only way a chick wants you to be honest is if she already know your situation.
Just to touch on what you just said, as far as a man saying that he had a kid or kids to a woman, like you said, the first thing they're gonna think of is, oh shit, Trump, right? And
Cause
then
they
he
know they
turned
problem.
off. So flip side of that, now when a man approach a woman and she tell them she got 4 or 5 kids, we gonna probably have some thoughts at the same time. If we digging this woman, we don't care. Shit. First thing we gonna say is, what about the baby daddies? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck
'Cause
the kids. I'm cool with them. What about the baby daddy? You know what I'm saying? That's the part we got a problem.
yeah. I mean, you see that. I mean, you see how that go. That's just like women. I got a girl. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna share that. But it's a Facebook friend of mine who we share something from kids or whatever. But she blocked me on Facebook. She got about 5 kids, maybe 4 baby daddies, and be up and down financially. You know what I'm saying? Little issues here, not a real job or whatever, but making money. And she be like dissing on her baby dad on one of her baby daddies, like all on Facebook and shit. And it's like, yo, not only did you pick to have a kid with that nigga, but you picked to have a kid with 3 other not shit ass dudes. Where you get off dissing him?
That's the part that be like, you was with this motherfucker, you love this motherfucker, you had kids, multiple, and then y'all fall out. Fuck him. He ain't shit. He this, he that. It's just like you making yourself look bad for real.
Man, dig this. Like I tell all these chicks, cause it be several signs you always notice with these guys that know they ain't shit. Nigga either have something like a Charger or a Hellcat. I mean, the 392 with no insurance.
Nigga said that's the ain't shit pack.
Right. Or just the dead giveaway. The V6 Charger that a nigga got to drive year round that keep getting stuck in the snow. That's the dead giveaway. If a motherfucker got a V6 muscle car that they got to drive year round, bitch, you better run. This nigga is highly irresponsible and he don't care what he got to do to put that look on. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna. I'll bust that down later. But like, or you having to tell a nigga to do something. Like I was talking to one friend of mine, and she like, well, I didn't know he wasn't gonna be there, and it's like, but you just told me you used to have to take him to pick up his other kids. So how you thought you was gonna have a baby with a dude that wasn't? You know what I'm saying?
Cause he was thinking that he was gonna treat her different. You
Right,
know,
but you know what it was? When me and her was kicking it, she wanted me to like lean on her or stay with her and all this shit. I wasn't doing none of that. She wanted a dude to stay with her. Only type of dude that's gonna come move into your house is a nigga that ain't got shit going on. So don't act surprised that he ain't got shit going on or he full of shit because the only nigga about to come move in on the chick, well, on her and her family living with somebody else, is a nigga that ain't got shit going on. Or a nigga in a 911 emergency situation. But if a real man finds himself in that situation, he gonna be up off your couch in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, damn, baby, this shit happened, and his shit gonna be in your basement, but his ass gonna be out in the street trying to get that money back so he can get the fuck on. He ain't gonna just be laying up in there making a baby with you while you living in somebody else's house. Bitch, that's a red flag right there. How you ain't know this nigga wasn't shit? Please tell. And that's where I be, and that's where I be getting into it at. It's not that I got a problem with somebody telling me. It ain't that I got a problem with you being taken advantage of either. But what I do got a problem with, if you about to tell me you look past or ran through 4 red lights and 3 stop signs, you know what I'm saying?
you
to
ain't gonna
get
get no ticket.
come on, man. And then you telling me the cops was wrong. Like so, and then
No, I
like
think women see them signs, they just be in denial.
they
Cause that's
don't
what they
have
want.
they don't have to care. What's becoming more and more realistic to me is a lot of these women want the kids and the man to pay for shit without the man being there. They don't want your say so. They don't want your input. They don't want your, they want your kid, the kid, they only want the kids to know who you are, so they ain't gotta explain. But a lot of these women don't care about that shit. They gonna that's why they challenge you at every single turn. You can't look. Let something break in the house that don't nobody know how to fix it. As soon as you go to fixing it and restyling it, you know what's gonna happen? She gonna have something to say, even though she don't know shit about it. How it's supposed to be done? None of that shit. It's gonna be something to be said. But you flip that role around, you ain't gonna have no input at all. You can't even if you could be a mechanic. You can't even go to the dealership with your woman like, hey baby, this car ain't rated good. This car got electrical problems. She gonna jump down your throat every time you got something to say. You and we getting treated just like Dan off Roseanne. We have we have become these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The only time Dan had something to say is when he was about to the one episode when he was about to beat the nigga up that was jumping on the sister. Other than that, he never had no say so that wasn't overpowered by his woman. And she was an ugly fat white bitch. And we getting treated just like that nigga. Gay kids and everything, dog. It's going down. We done assimilated to some real bullshit.
That's something that's known as far as masculinity. You know what I'm saying? You done lost that.
They trying to kill it. It's illegal to be a man. I told you I got the
I
6'5"
think we got
legs.
something to do with that too, though. You know what I'm
Our
saying?
our daddies and uncles.
We ain't putting our foot down. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. But look, we've been getting tested the whole way. So it's like, okay, now we homeowners and grown men. And I thought once I made it to this point, then I would get the same respect of my granddad. And now I for sure, I got the benefits and the house and the car. And it's like, okay, can't nobody say nothing. I'm supposed to be getting that respect. I didn't know and then I spent all them years selling drugs. So I've been lying to myself, like, okay, I'm not getting that respect because of this. So I'm not getting that respect because of that. But shit,
So
I've been
let me
house
ask you this question though, Juan. Do you think
hmm,
you got more respect as a drug dealer or as a legit man?
drug dealer, hands down. Hands down. You wanna know something real fucked up though? I got more respect when people thought I would lay somebody down than I do now they know I will.
Mm, yeah.
It's a weird dichotomy with that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Before, when I said something to somebody, the idea of, yo, he might do this or he might do that, people, it was a respect
Yeah,
in the
hell more
according,
value. Yeah.
right. Now you know for a fact. Now people know for a fact if I cross the line with this guy, it's over. How they, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of different. And it's not more respectful neither. It's kind of more testing, which is fucking amazing to me. Cause why? You know what I'm saying? But for damn sure, I got more respect as a D boy.
That's like, I had one chick a long time ago. She said to me, yeah, ask me did I have a job. You know what I'm saying? First thing, you got a job? I'm like, yeah, I got a job. You know, she's like, oh no, I can't fuck with you. I was what? She's like, I only fuck with drug dealers. I'm like, oh damn. All right.
But that go back to what I'm saying. Like the questions. That's why, like, when you mac on a bitch, like this go back to this alpha male shit. You can't give her the chance to ask you a question. We not doing that. When they asking these questions to us, they not vetting us. They they dictate, well, they are kind of vetting us, but they dictate what they gonna limit us to based on how we respond.
That's where being truthful should be the way. But now he's like they respect the lies, and I don't know. They don't want you to be truthful because that ain't what they want to hear.
They want to be entertained. Sometimes that might mean being truthful. Sometimes that might mean putting on an act. Sometimes it might mean a whole lot of things, but they want to be entertained.
Like you saying that, bro? It's like me being a chill nigga versus somebody who always in some shit, or who always in some drama in the hood, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that shit is what they want.
To be honest with you, a lot of they're not operating in their natural role. Like a woman got maybe like three or four brains. You know what I'm saying, and all of these natural abilities or whatever, right? But she want to limit her virtuousness to just giving away her body, totally forgetting like your grandma ran a household, had a side hustle, she was volunteering. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things you got in you, not you got to do those things, but you got all of these things in you. And instead of you releasing it in all of these different ways that'll change your community, your family, your neighborhood, you only willing to release it through the actions with your body. And that's why this shit is so fucked up on that note. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no the added fact of it being a lack of accountability kind of makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we dealing with right here.
I can kind of understand that. As far as women now, I don't think they add no value. You know what I'm saying to anything other than themselves. You know what I mean? So
Right. How we
as
go
far as like
from
you said, grandma, it was cooking, cleaning. It was in the garden. It was in the block clubs. It was painting curbs and street trees and you know what I'm
never
saying?
never sitting on our ass.
Washing clothes by hands. You know what I'm saying? It was just doing all these things. you know. So
And
now
now
it's
these women ain't got no energy to do nothing but compete with a man for a man's position that they don't even want to hold either.
man, won't they roll?
I mean, of course. They don't want to, but this is the whole thing. They got the pen and they writing the script. So how you don't want the role in the movie you wrote for yourself? And this is why female leadership, even though they intelligent, is not practical. And it damn sure ain't tactical at all. And this is why dog, what the word he said was beta. He ain't even say simp. That nigga said beta. I don't know about you, but ain't no way in hell I'll rip a lion's face off and some woman is gonna be debating me anymore in life. Just don't add up. Not me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a shut up, fuck your opinion type of dude. I'm a listen to everybody type of dude, get all the information type of dude. And if I gotta make the call, I'm gonna make the call that I'm gonna take the punch in the face for. And once we get to the point of me making the call or that's the solution, shit, if you riding with me or you done pick me to drive the car, you should be shutting the fuck up. Especially if you ain't gotta worry about your bills.
So you feel
And
like you pay all the bills, the woman, you know,
nigga, I've been paying all the bills for 12, 13 years and getting debated.
is it something like women shit, or is it some shit that's, you know what I mean, like something she might have more insight on as far as being a woman?
If somebody got more insight than me, then they got more insight than me. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole
You
thing
just talking
about
about like alpha shit, like alpha shit. It's me. I got.
just
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
Did. Donald Trump's essentially a dumbass, right? But he's a great boss.
He's a dumb genius.
I mean, I'm not gonna call him a dumb genius. He's essentially a dumbass. But he's a good boss. He got the smartest people that do what they do in the right position.
Him look
So if a woman knows she has insight on something and she communicated with me her knowledge and I'm a leader, there's nothing else to be said. You didn't already gave me the information. It's your department. Nah, I don't even know why you talking to me. You could just act on it. But that ain't what we getting. You want to tell me to do it. That way when your information go bad, I get to take an extra hit in the face. It ain't even about being right. It ain't even about winning. It's about who takes the blame when it go wrong. And that's why that independent woman should be some bullshit because a woman is with the same lips she tell you she independent, she gonna breathe and then blame somebody else for everything that's wrong.
I think that's the first sign at the beginning. If a woman say she independent, she a boss, she that ain't them all bad signs, them triggering words. You know what I'm saying? It's me.
Word. And when guys do that shit too, same thing. If somebody have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have to tell somebody who you are and what you do, that mean either you ain't doing it good enough or you don't believe it. And then if you have to tell somebody what you did for them, then that mean they don't appreciate it. Either way, no matter which side of that coin you find yourself on, if you got to do either, you're kind of out of pocket. Unless somebody just ignorant to the facts, like they just came from Kansas and really don't know that you're supposed to make a left turn here. Outside of stating your case, in those situations, nah. I forgot what I had named this shit.
I think he said something about drug dealers.
Oh, ask a dealer.
Yeah, ask Feel it.
And we didn't got into all of this shit. So bam, where I fucked up with that. So when I jumped off in the streets, we'd say where I made my first relationship mistake, right? I was moving and grooving, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. And I just kept looking for ways to not get deeper into it or to go legit, but nothing ever paid enough. You know what I'm saying? So being legit at that time just ended up not working out. So I got all the way deep into selling, selling that shit or whatever. And it was going good. And it got to a point where I allowed questions and things that other people were saying to me to influence me in a way that did not matter. As I was just because I had always had my own place and all of that stuff, but now it's like I got my own place and it's furnished nice, and I got the car. You know what I'm saying? And I'm single. You know what I'm saying? And before I got the chance to really enjoy that, I'm listening to what other people saying about what I should be doing because, I'm 24, 25. So then it turns into now I'm feeling like I'm missing something because I don't have a kid. And then my life expectancy at that time to myself was low. So it's like, man, maybe I should start trying to have me a son now. That way, I get a nice solid few in. I'm considering going to jail. I'm considering getting kid. I'm considering a bunch of shit that should have never been on my brain. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I can't just agree with dogs and say every dude in that situation is beta because he not. We all had different obstacles, and this was one of mine. And then I'm looking at like at this point, it's like I'm helping my cousins with their kids. They younger than me, but then already they got kids. Well, one had kid already. Uh, Helping my moms with her bills. Like I'm doing all of these things for people, but none of it is an extension of me.
That's the one of the questions I was gonna ask. But as far as you saying, people who had things about saying stuff about you doing what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
But at the same token, you taking care of these people. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Or so it's kind of like, how can you tell me about what I'm doing and I provide for you?
That was my attitude, and that was damn sure how I thought about it. And to be honest with you, I wasn't wrong. But what I allowed to happen is I allowed people to guilt trip me for being truthful. You know what I'm saying? Well, why you say that? Or why you say it like that? Or why this or why that? But it's like nobody could ever tell me I was wrong or I was lying. But I was looking past those things and I was considering people's feelings, which was dumb on my behalf because they wasn't considering their own damn feelings. Because if they was considering their own feelings, they wouldn't be in the position that we in.
Is that a sign of beta that was kicking in?
Huh?
That was a sign of beta kicking in.
That was that default switch that we was talking about a couple of weeks ago that these mothers be installing in their sons when they be doing certain shit.
But that was your switch kicking.
Right. Because my mama did a whole lot of complaining and blaming. So in my mind, if I took care of everything, everybody would be happy. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was the deep, so like no different than the women in my life. They know if they got a problem, then I'm gonna take care of that shit. I could be like totally, I'm not fucking with you. I don't even want that pussy. But if something wrong, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna handle that and go back to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's shit. My mama did that shit. That's why I be trying to talk to these women like you don't know what type of default switch you installing in your child and your son as a mother when you do certain things, and some bitch gonna be able to access that switch. That's
I ain't thinking that. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm looking. I can relate. You know what I'm saying? From like my mother like abandoning me and shit, abandonment issues type shit. I feel like why would she leave? You know what I'm saying? Or why she ain't? You know what I'm saying?
the
But at
default.
the same time, it's like now
You
another woman do the same shit. You know what I'm
know,
saying? They'll leave your ass when you down or need them. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So it's like, damn,
nah, it's the flip side. You think every woman that stay with you love you.
yeah. 'Cause that's the shit I was looking for.
Right. So them sticking around automatically identifies as love to you because you looking at somebody loving not loving you as leaving. But what if you flip it and it's like, well, damn, my mama loved me so much, she knew she wasn't shit. She ain't want to subject me to that.
Hmm.
And then you start looking at the people that's around you that is there but subjecting you to all kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing about it, why a father is so important, is you need balance because it's gonna be a little bit of both of those things, and a woman can't teach you that. She's on one side or another, even when she playing both sides. Even when a bitch is playing both sides of the other, she's still specifically on one side. You just can't tell. A man is gonna have balance. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's even a snake of a dude still got morals. We may not agree with them. We may not even understand them. But even the most snaky, rattiest dudes I know still has some morals, rules, and standards. Some of the most classiest women I know don't got no morals, rules, and standards. The right situation, the right opportunity, or the fact ain't nobody else gonna know about it, they'll do any damn thing.
Dudes like that too, though.
Yeah, but they don't need no opportunity. They don't need it to be the right situation, and they don't give a fuck who know. They just cut like that. A little bit different. A little bit different. You know, we all in our 30s. We got homies that'll still run a train on a chick, and they ain't gonna give a fuck who know. But we got chicks who like to be have trains ran on them, and they gonna lie about that shit like a motherfucker. Big difference. That's just like old girl talking about some she like to eat during sex. Bitch, quit lying to yourself. You want something in your mouth while you got it in your bottle.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand that shit, bro.
This is how now look.
What did you say?
This
Lamb chops?
right. Lamb chops, come on, bro. A lamb chop, you gonna get a bite and you gonna have to pretty much suck the rest of the meat out of there. It's almost like a neck bone. Something you could bite and suck on. Come on, bro.
You
These
getting some
bitches,
wild shit though.
I mean, yeah, if a bitch would just be honest,
Like,
but
be honest.
this what the fucked up part is. It's on you as a man to listen to all that double talking and knowing where she coming from. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, how do you come across? So now you got to try and hit her from the back and reach around, stick your thumb in her mouth, see if that's good enough. Then if that ain't good enough, then you got to just keep elevating and elevating. When the real fact of the matter is, they want you to be willing to do every goddamn thing or try any goddamn thing and see what they like. But a bitch ain't gonna tell you that she gonna want to play the game with you and ruin your
Also,
relationship.
chick ain't gonna tell your ass she'll do anything for some money. A lot of them say, I wouldn't do that for no money. I would. Yes, you.
Yes, you would. And okay, look, you may not do it for a dude to give you $1,000, but you would do it because you know he got it. You feel me?
You're not
So
gonna
okay,
intentionally say, give me $1,000 and I do it.
yeah. No, it ain't no different than we see that shit with the dude with the undercover fly whip. He trying to talk to a girl. They diss him. And then he go jump in the car and they suck his dick. No different. No different at all, man. No different. And if that's the case, why these women run after celebrities how they do? Every celebrity out here is a nigga in their neighborhood that work at motherfucking that's a truck driver or the postman or the whoever the fuck, making a nice decent living. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he ain't up there, but he making a decent living with a nice ride and bitches look right past him. But the same looking dude on the celebrity, the same body style, same build, give him some fame. You'll fuck up your relationship to get that nigga some pussy. And then us as men know this shit to be so true that we all just kind of look past it. But think about it. When you send your woman to the concert and she looking all good, what bitches you think is backstage? You think them the prostitutes? No. Them is our womans. Going to fucking suck. This nigga and this, you know what I'm saying? And you think about it, some of us date a bitch that hit 10 concerts a year. You telling me she ain't fucked the DJ?
Somebody close to him. Get to him.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then to be dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that shit I don't know. Fuck it. Back to ask me a dealer question.
So, so when you was dealing, right? Have you ever thought about like the shit that it was doing to the community, or you never thought of that?
That's why I quit
You,
selling crack.
so you
That's
did
what
think about
hell yeah. When I first started, I started with crack and a little bit of heroin. Like I was dabbling to see which one was
it.
gonna move for me. But crack ended up going first. And no, I didn't like none of it. Like, cause I had teachers. It was teachers I was selling to, and like people I had knew from former life, and then to see how people live, and then it was like pulling up to get this bridge card. They got kids. It was a whole lot of factors in it. I kept crack around, but I probably only actually lasted selling crack for a little bit under a year, and then I switched over into cocaine. But I had been trying to sell cocaine the whole time from when I first started.
I
But
ask you a question.
hmm,
I ask you a question.
go ahead.
You ever fuck a crackhead?
Hell, I got some hair from a crackhead a couple times. I'm trying to think if I ever actually fucked one though. You know,
Oh,
some
come
niggas.
on now, dog. Come on, man.
You know, it's like automatically when you think of a drug, a crack dealer or whatever, dealing with crackheads, whatever, you gotta ask, and more than likely they're gonna say yes, they fuck, or got they, you
Man,
know what I'm saying, they dicks up.
it's niggas that used to fuck up their whole sack fucking with crackheads. Cause you would be surprised who crackheads like, man, there was this one chick that was a smoker. She had a body better than any bitch you could think about. Straight video vixen. I ain't never fuck her though. You know, nah. Yeah, no. It was the Charleston White real quick. But no, I done got some crackhead for sure. Yeah, I done did that. I done did that.
Had to ask that question, bro.
But no, that's how. I mean, my game has always been the same. I'm a find the need and where I fit in, and I'm gonna exploit it. So like, niggas would be scared to be selling crack after 7, 8 o'clock at night. So I have my phone popping. My phone would start popping at about 5, 6 at night. When niggas start drinking and all of that shit, I would start drinking too. But I'm about to stay up all night, and I would sell crack till like 5, 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's 3 in the morning. You waiting on yeah, you might get your dick sucked once or twice, man.
It's stressful out there, huh?
Part of the job, man. But then you gotta feed the land too. You can't just be out here picking fruits, not planting seeds and shit. You gotta put some of that money back out in the street.
Me, it was just like the risk wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't weigh out game my interest. I was thinking about that risk, like, a little bit, like 10 years, like fuck.
I mean, I guess it. I guess it depends on the risk factors. Like
That was like
I
the
come.
highest risk factor.
I mean, it again. It depends on the risk factors. I come from a different situation. My mother had me at 15 years old. I'm from the projects, bro.
Product of your environment. Huh?
No, I'm not a product of my environment. How the fuck you gonna scare somebody from the projects with jail that ain't got shit? It's the same building. It's the same building, same living situation.
It's like to the part where you ain't got shit, you're gonna be locked up. That mean you ain't gonna be able to get shit.
Not having
But
shit is in its own.
you know what?
Po-
I take that back.
Poverty, poverty
I
is
take that
its
back.
own. Poverty is its own prison.
I take that back, bro. Because it seem like some niggas can go get locked up and they make more money in that bitch than they did in the street. So
I
I take
just, I
that back.
just, I just told you
Yeah.
the projects and it's the same. The project, the prison, the school, they got the same bricks, the same windows. It's the same thing. It's all interconnected. It's all interconnected. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you my mind state was right, but
I think that began to be bred in you. Like once you a hustler, you always be a hustler. No matter what situation you put in. You know what I'm saying? You gonna figure out a way.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been on man time since I was a boy, and it was pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? The time I would have lost, it was like it was. And then you got to remember, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to do better. I was always trying to do better. I actually graduated. I actually had a license. I actually been to college. I actually had a resume, but I wasn't actually getting paid for doing the right thing. So then it's
So
like,
so by you doing all those different things, right? Do you
mhm,
do you think that's kind of a that is kind of good? You know what I'm saying? But it's bad as far as drug dealing and because you do learn a lot from the streets about being a dealer. You know what I'm saying? It's a
mhm,
lot of life lessons in being a dealer. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So so if your son was a dealer, right?
Hmm.
Would you frown upon him, or would you just give him game, or would you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just be like, go to school. But what you know how you say the history is in the DNA, right?
No,
But what if
DNA
he had
carries memory. Your DNA literally carries memory.
okay? So DNA carry memory.
Hmm.
So what if that is in his memory as your hustling, your skills, your survival tactics, your way of thinking? You know what I'm saying?
What
Would you
would
just tell him to go to school, or
I'm not gonna tell him none of that. You can't. It don't necessarily work like that. Scientifically, what would be in his DNA would be the fear from not doing that. The same way the fear from being broke was in mine. You know what I'm saying? It's just like rats that get tortured by music. After so long, they don't. The next generation don't even notice the music. Even though they don't notice the music, when they hear the music, they still know to automatically protect themselves. The idea of me being a parent is him having the option to have a free thought to decide what he wants to do. It ain't about nothing more, nothing less. I didn't have the option for a free thought to even think about what I wanted to do. I tried everything my mama said I better do, and ain't none of that shit put money on the table. So then I tried what I saw.
you know, putting money on the table?
You fucking right. And back to that cheat code my mama installed in me, I had listened to her complain so much as a child. No way in hell was I about to be hearing her say some shit about a complaint that I couldn't do nothing about as I'm going into adulthood. I think I was voted most likely to succeed and couldn't pay my senior dues. After that I wasn't looking back. I was selling drugs.
So was your father around, or what happened? Like,
I mean, periodically he was one of them, you know I'm your daddy, right? And then he go back to
dip
his
out.
yeah, he go back to his bitch and her kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna knock the nigga though, but I mean, he did it. We'll talk about that later. He did a whole lot of horrible shit later. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna knock the nigga for that because ain't no tell. I might have fuck around and been like him if he been around, and that'd really be horrible. He's a real sucker
Deep,
duck ass nigga.
deep, man. Because you
That's
were
why.
saying like how you said that history and DNA thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Thinking
but
of that, you like, oh, that shit out, like block that shit out. Well, I do
again,
anything I know ain't gonna be like him. You know?
I mean, but like some things skip generations. You know, as far as the men go, he the first sucker on this bloodline. He bitch made. His mom he ooh. My daddy is bitch made.
Mm,
His mother jumped in the way every time somebody had something to say. His mother governed his relationship with his father. His mother lied about who his father was. His mother had you know what I'm saying? His mother did that. She jumped up in the middle every time. You know what I'm saying? He's bitch made. Like not to say, I mean, he's a bitch for a different reason, but he's bitch made, mean made of a bitch interfered with, which is why he rolled like that. So even though like the bloodline is what it is, he's been altered. That's why I don't allow certain shit with my kids, no matter what it costs or who I offend, because I already know where that'll go. You know what I'm saying? So that's
but as far as back being that dealer, right?
hmm.
It's different from
Hey,
say, you know, I,
can you throw me the phone charger? I'm listening, bro.
so it's different from a 9 to 5 check compared to a street check. You know what I'm saying? When you get that money, it's just a feeling. I'm just talking about just a feeling. When it's payday at work, you know you got a feeling for that, but you getting that bread from the street, it's like a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a hot feeling versus 9 to 5. I get the check. It's like a,
I'm,
you
I'm about
understand
to
what I'm trying
bust.
to say?
I'm about to bust that down to you. My bad. I ain't fucking. Hell no. I ain't killed it all. I'm almost done. My bad, bro. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Anyways, man. Anyways. Now what was we was
I was
yeah.
saying like as far as that feeling of a check from 9 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good feeling when you get payday, but when you in that check from that street money, it's a different high.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how. Like it's it's a high feeling from the street money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's that adrenaline from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, versus the 9 to 5 check, it's just like, yeah, I work for it, you know. But
It ain't the
street is
it ain't the money, it's the game. It's making it home with the money is part of the game.
different.
You know what I'm saying? The same and then like what people forget about being a drug dealer is like you your own bank too. So like a dude may whip out 20,000 or 100,000, but if he spent that whole 100,000 on something outside of business, Would he be broke? You know what I'm saying? So essentially, like if I do got 30, 40,000, maybe only 3 or 4 thousand of this money I could put in my pocket to actually do what I want to with or save. And the rest of this shit I gotta keep in action. Yeah, that shit used to be a high, and yeah, it was hard not to have that same amount of money no more, have it coming in like that. But what I came in to notice is I was committing class A felonies for what essentially was like maybe a $200,000 a year job. Once you add and subtracted everything, you know what I'm saying. So essentially, I'm could have been like a army, what you call it when you got a few stars, and if you go enlist in the army and you work your way up, I could have been making the same amount if I was one of them.
Stars in their arms. Yeah.
You know, if you work your way up a couple tiers, you do your 4 years and then you go be a officer or some shit like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Or the store manager at Walmart started at 90,000 a year. So when you add all that up, the reality of it is the best you can do is this equivalent to having a great job. Even though the money coming like that, once you even it out, unless you got some type of system where you able to have so much stick with you or save it all, it just turns out to being like any other job. Only difference is more money gonna be on hand, and you can also go right to jail. The What I will say about the money is it was worth more, because now I got a face card. So I got a pocket full of money, but everybody trying to prove to me that they got money, so I may not have to pay for shit. I got a pocket full of money. People gonna want shit from me, so they might let me in free. You know what I'm saying? So things like that get to happen. So I'm not just gonna act like it's just a bummer, but it's not exactly how people would think.
I think street money. You don't value money. You're not gonna value money versus somebody that's working a 9 to 5. You're not working as hard as them, and it's coming so fast. So it's kind of like I could blow 20,000 in a strip club. I know I'm gonna get that shit right back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really value money versus a 9 to 5. You work 40 hours to get just a little couple dollars.
Well, see, I was a different type of hustler. I never went to Titty Bar and blew no 5, 10, 20,000. Never did that. Never did that.
So
It,
you
it,
ain't blow no money.
I didn't say that. I spent money. That's a different type of blow, though.
I was just
That's
being
that,
overly 20
that
bands. No, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't.
it,
I didn't blew 20 bands on somebody that's gonna know me tomorrow. Shit, fucking Junior Mama got $40,000 in rings, and I never proposed. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie about that, but she could pull an insurance job on them rings, or she could pawn them or sell them or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or my mom, I just blew money a little bit differently. And then I didn't, which was my problem because I didn't necessarily look at it as blowing it, but it was. It was. You know what I'm saying? But what you just stated, that's how niggas end up snitching. Because you go in a bar and you spend 30, 40, 50,000, you do that shit 10, 10, 15 times a year. That's $300,000. And then you get knocked because the police and the drug dealers are both fucking the same strippers. And they ain't loyal to either side. One side gonna buy them fly shit, and one side gonna marry them. So that's the dumbest shit. I never did that. I never did that. And it ain't so much of a lack of appreciation for the money. It's when you getting money and you ain't spreading it around, then you will get ate off of. It's down there mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Especially if people can gauge how much money you making. That
see it
turns it.
right in their face. So it's like,
I mean, you gotta you have to. spread some of it back in a certain way. And people have to feel like you spending a decent amount of it to leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be this exactly how it gotta go with the Jack boys. Oh, that nigga Juan-o eating good. Yeah, but he always be spending all his money in the titty bar. You ain't gonna get that much cash off of it. It gotta be like that. And that's what protects you.
What do you think as far as BMF, right? So what was they down?
What was they down for?
Mhm. They're spreading money
You
around.
you know what really happened, right?
And it's a lot that happened. There's a lot of stories. So I
No,
can't
no, no, no,
really
no. Think about Detroit and what was going on in Detroit before they arrested Meech,
what blowing money and being flashy.
right? But what was going on in Detroit? They was carving up downtown. All that area that they built them parks and shit down there, a lot of that area belonged to black drug dealers from the 70s. And they've been trying to bleed that area, them properties from their family for 20 and 30 years. Meech owned several different legitimate businesses that we thought was owned by Chaldeans. They gave downtown away to the Illich family, Dan Gilbert, and that other motherfucker. Them guys only put up $1 million to $2 in cash of their own money. And then they got all them tax credits, all them loans and grants. That's why they got Kwame out the picture. Now, did what do you think would have happened if a black man with $100 million cash legitimately was around when they did that?
What he would have did if it was a black man who had all that liquid, right? Cash.
They would not have been able to do that because, for one, some of that shit was supposed to go to black owned people, but they was able to not sell it to no blacks because ain't no blacks had liquid cash. Like, that's it's what they tell us, and then it's the shit that's happening, and then it's what we looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, a drug dealer like him is a necessity because they keep bullshit down. Look at what happened to America when they took him out the picture. It's violence everywhere.
He was feeding a lot of people, man.
Okay, so boom.
Yeah.
Why would they risk violence everywhere and it being one kingpin where everybody's eating? Now it's 30, 40 kingpins. Ain't nobody eating, everybody dying. We all look bad. They only took that risk for a reason. They put that much pressure on somebody that ain't had no murders, that ain't never been caught selling dope. Are we serious? You ain't even got this thing on the phone call.
It was just capable of, man.
If you don't believe me,
His mind was a weapon.
you gotta it ain't just his mind. Check the history of Detroit, like the music hall and some of them old school black owned buildings that was downtown where the owners just magically found dead in the basement more than once. Black ownership in this place is something different than it has been in any other place. There's no other cities where you got black ownership or had black ownership downtown. Shane Park was Shane Park was built by a black man. Did you know that? You can't go to New York and Central Park or some of these nice ass places was built by a black man. It's that's only here. And look, we don't even know that. Coincidentally, the same black man that built Shane Park owned one of the biggest, was it Pontiac dealerships or General Motors? He owned one of the biggest car dealerships. This is long before Mel Farr. But we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't understand these things. We don't know these things. And that's why when you get somebody like a Meech who is a certain age and had a father and he got money here, They don't want them bringing all that in together. Not like that. Think about it. Every black drug dealer you know from Detroit owned a shitload of property. All of them. All of them. Not it ain't. All of them own businesses. Like so, when you look at these niggas from these other cities, and it's like, oh, I got a Lambo, or oh, I'm gonna do this. In Detroit, they all own property and business.
Man, I don't think they're gonna never let them out neither.
You say what now?
I don't think they're gonna never let them out.
They gonna let him out. They gonna bleed him dry a little bit, but they gonna let him out.
Probably gonna
If
ship him somewhere he ain't tough here. Or nothing.
he gonna be able to come here. That nigga's pretty powerful in jail. I seen a picture today where he had him, the Muslims, the Mexicans, the white boys. It's two different sets of white boys in federal prison. Matter of fact, it's three. He had the bosses from all the different, and they took a picture. That's unheard of. That don't happen. That's a powerful dude. With or without money, with or without freedom. That's a powerful dude. He kind of can't fuck with that.
Got power on the outside, got power on the inside. It was like, what can you do to me?
Put his
But
woman on him. His woman could fuck him up, but he ain't got one, so he's straight. And that's where all of this shit tie back in, because your woman can handcuff you, or the woman you fucking with could bring you back down, or make you touchable, or she can make you untouchable. But it's all predicated on how the fuck she feel, which is an unfair situation because our feelings ain't got shit to do with none of this. I feel a whole lot of ways, bro, but I never let that shit get in the way of business.
I think women, they they like that control of being able to have you struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's some bullshit control, because your man struggling is you not in control. It's a very small minded thing.
Mhm.
It ain't no different than when Massa gave the the middle management dude that be whipping you, gave him a job. Like, but really the nigga is the value, and he just wants you to watch him. You don't mean shit to him. The nigga mean everything to him. So now the white boy whipping the shit out the nigga, not cause Massa want him to, but because he jealous. And that's what we going through right now. They got this little bit of power that really don't mean shit, and they whooping our ass with it because they are jealous.
It's like no matter what we got something as far as money, whatever, still gonna be jealous just because of what I'm saying, our skin color. And that's powerful in itself, just to know that, you know what I'm saying? They could be rich, you could be poor. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be in the same room and still frown upon you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the power that we hold. Like I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
That go back to what we was talking about earlier. Like, a motherfucker got to know he possessing that power from the gate.
That's in relationship, all that.
I mean, you just got to feel it. I mean, I'm glad I do certain things with my son, because even before I understood this point, I guess that's gonna be a result of what was already going on. But these boys need to know who the fuck they are before they even come in contact with anybody. Period.
Mhm.
And they need to understand standing on that, because again, that default switch that these mothers put in these boys make them vulnerable to bullshit. off the rip.
There's
You
gonna
know,
be default switches everywhere he go in life. You know what I'm saying? School, wherever. Just people trying to put more default switches. But like you said, start with home. Start with the mother.
nigga gotta work that shit out. Nigga gotta work that shit out. I had to sit did. I was kind of proud. We eating. Junior want to go eat in his room. Mama like, nah. So he turns around and he was kind of pouting a little bit. He walking back with his plate, drops his plate, cracks it. The burger was still on the plate, but everything else was, you know what I'm saying? He went in the bathroom, took maybe about 2 or 3 seconds. Well, not seconds, maybe about a minute. But I made sure because I was gonna get on him if he took too long or didn't come out that bathroom right. You know what I'm saying? He came out of there, picked up his sandwich, put his shit back together, cleaned up, will actually hit the floor, sat down and ate his sandwich. If I allowed his mama to have too much influence over him, how would that situation have went? It'd have been some bitching, some moaning, some crying, some stumping, some pouting, and then some food buying. And that shit may be cool at 10, 11, 5, 6, whatever. But at what point, and are you going to be able to turn that off when it's 16, 17? Because now that shit look a different way. It's gonna get you a different result. And then even though your mama set you up to be like this, she ain't even gonna want to deal with it. And it's gonna be me and you, son, because I'm the only one that really care. And that's where the shit get funny at. So us understanding who we are and what we bring to the table, I feel like that's something my mama should have been trying to put into me instead of allowing me to hear her complaints. She did a lot of telling me like, "Oh, you ain't gonna be tall, so I don't know about basketball." She did more talking to me about what I wasn't gonna be able to do and what I shouldn't
Down.
do than what I could do. You know what I'm saying? There was never no talk about try this or experiment with that. Them words were never used to me, which is why I feel certain ways when people say certain things, because it's like, nigga, I was held back from the pussy. So anything you talking about that got anything to do with restriction, I'm not fucking with it. Not fucking with it. And it'd be funny because people be like, "Oh, I love you," and they see your life, but they ain't gonna understand why you ain't trying to be restricted. But motherfucker, you don't love me then. Word.
I ain't like motherfucker. Yeah, torn down. But so
Dog, see,
what?
look at this. Look, we talking about simping and shit. I want to cover up the name and shit. Just
What is that?
out the blue.
Oh, oh, that.
Married as hell. Doodly 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 doo. Nigga get me, I'ma get yours too.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can't trust it, dog. You
Dog
can't.
eat dog's world. Huh?
It ain't no dog eat dogs, real. Is that's why they call. Wonder why you call them bitch. Wonder why they call you bitch. They the only dogs out here. We out here catting,
Mm.
meowing and shit, fucking rubbing legs and jumping on
Turn and shit.
tables, purring. That's the fuck we say, right? Purring and shit. Bitch, I gave you my check. You want me to take the trash out next?
Damn. So it's new age masses. women. Hey,
I don't know what to do about it. But like, I mean, that's why this topic be so fucked up, because I know it's some real ones out here, but they at where they at, and they doing what they doing, and the opportunity to cross paths be very far and in between. And then when you do cross paths with one, you gonna be such a dream or so unrealistic to them. They gonna wanna fuck you and put you back in the glass jar for next time. Like, you know what, you safe. I'm gonna keep you away from this. So
I want you, but I don't want you. Not right now. I don't.
it,
But you a good guy though. You a good guy. You gonna make some girl proud. Huh? Why it can't be you? Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
And you will hear that shit. You will hear that. You will hear that like a motherfucker. But it then be talking about some, I want a man. Like, no, you don't. You want a situation that you can control. And then you kind of can't deny them, because for all of their life, they've been told and taught that we were able to be controlled. And we were to be controlled. And we shouldn't have no opinion and all of this other shit. So we don't. And we haven't been. And we quiet as fuck. And that shit ain't really working no more. They went too far with the Me Too shit. They had got us with the gay shit. They got us with everything. And then the Me Too shit and the Bill Cosby shit, and it's like the R. Kelly shit was the icing on the cake, because now you talking about all of us that was in high school watching women pick, watching these girls pick. That was their preference to say, fuck us, I'ma fuck the R. Kelly in my neighborhood. So now we all got to consider ourselves. So like, hold on, you telling me we could all be in trouble because she wanted to fuck R. Kelly? Oh hell no! So now motherfuckers trying to protect their masculinity, trying to protect manhood, trying to protect their sons, because it's crazy. But we in a situation not to where it's, if a woman say something about you, no matter what it is, everything you got is gone. And then when you prove it didn't happen, it's like, okay, but still fuck you. So that shit nasty, man.
Do you think it's a lot of guys out here who be scared, like jeopardize the power that a woman has as far as kids, putting them on child support or and buy certain things just for that purpose only. Like they know, like if I don't do this, I don't do that. But she might like she can put me on child support at any time.
See, this is, yeah, but this is that beta shit. Why do you care? This is why we getting controlled. This is why we the new bitches. How the fuck is some shit like that even a conversation? When I was a kid, the great grandma would tell the boy, the grandson of the generation before me, whatever. Nigga, take yourself down there. Put yourself on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what you could afford to pay, or take full custody with the new bitch you with.
They beat her down there. Shit.
Right. Now, why did we become some pussies? I don't know. We worse than the bitch talking about some doing her hair is too much.
So if we took that away, it'd be like, damn, these niggas don't give a fuck. Like, give me the kids. Here, and here goes some money. Now what? You
Oh,
ain't got no
that
more power.
right,
Now what?
right. Yeah, that'll change the game. But it's like, who gonna
You know what? And society still gonna say you a bad guy.
I mean, at that point it really don't matter, because the kids gonna say it. They gonna tell us, the kids gonna, but it's like, with a problem with that come in, that is when you do something like that, or when you, that's the right thing to do, but before you get to that point, have your kids been indoctrinated against you to a degree? Because as a father, I'll never say certain things. I'll never allow my kids to see certain things as far as where their mother's concerned. None of that. But you think a mother give a fuck about how I look as a father to my kid? I mean, not in a positive way. My mama be trying to make me look funny in front of my kids. So like,
You see that Young Jock shit, right? You seen that shit, right?
yeah, I wouldn't want my daughter to date a dude like you, but you married to me,
Yeah,
bitch.
right. And you don't want your sons to grow up and be like you. Like what?
But dog, what did he do about it?
You don't think he handled that situation?
He's still with the bitch. I at the very least I'd have moved the fuck out.
Say your ass be ready. Fuck off by any means. That Martin Luther King shit. I mean Malcolm X shit. Damn. By any means necessary. I'm gone.
Man, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once. You know what I'm saying? Well, that day probably cost me about $200-300 and shit. But nonetheless, it's cheaper than a headache. It's cheaper than an argument. Kind of weird way to fight for your respect without fighting. Because if a motherfucker could call you angry, they can discount you. You gotta take their power away, and that's all I'm saying. Like it, I don't. I know Dog went kind of hard on the topic about beta males and all of that shit, but he's right. Like Nick can't be letting that shit slide. Motherfuckers ain't gonna let it slide with you. Motherfuckers ain't gonna play with you. None of that shit. They'll take your son and be in Leroy's truck in front of your house sucking his dick, and you ain't never got no head in the car. So what are we supposed to do, man? I never try and embarrass nobody like how they do me, but at the same time, I'm not letting shit slide.
Family great boy. All the perks. Even the kids like shit. Like,
You say even the kids like what now?
I said even the kids like Leroy and shit.
Yeah.
Give it up to the women.
I mean, but look at it though. You dig, this be the thing. A nigga like us being laid the groundwork. Motherfuckers wasn't homeowners before you. Motherfuckers' credit was bad. Yada yada yada. Been got with you. Not saying you specifically been because I know where I'm at on the social standard. I am not the first choice. I'm the best choice. I'm a secure choice. I'm a prosperous choice, but I am not the first choice. I am not. A bitch can lie to me all she want. I'm not about to look in the mirror and lie to myself. Fuck all that. So once I beat and secure the bitch, then she either go for the bigger, better deal, cause now he don't have to do as much work for her. And then he obviously ain't never had shit but the appearance of being the bigger, better deal. So now they can work. They can fit off my work ethic. That's all this shit is about. You been and fixed up that 87 Chevy, put some new paint on that motherfucker, been protecting it, and then you gotta remember, when a bitch sit with me and she in a relationship with me, even though she might have cheated on me, I'm a respectable guy. So dig this, she in a relationship with me. Let's say she had too many miles on her Carfax before she got with me. But she with me for 8 years. And she fucking around on the low, but shit, I'm a responsible, respectable working guy. I ain't got no time to follow this bitch. I ain't tripping. So she didn't got the chance to be fucking around on me and raise her stock up since we been in a relationship. So the new nigga don't know that she been fucking with all these other niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So now she get the appearance of being a wholesome girl. She done replenished her whole makeup and suck the life out of you. and then get to walk over to the next nigga, tell him you a deadbeat. Woody woody woo. This, you know what I'm saying? But all he got to do is come in and put in on what you already built.
So it's his turn and get the life sucked out of him.
Man, he gonna suck the life out the situation. It's a big difference in putting in 500-600 a month on the mortgage and being the nigga that had to put up 30,000 to get the house. Them two different niggas. If all I had to do is come into a situation and put in a couple of dollars a month, that shit would be a whole lot easier than it is for me to build you a new situation.
And I'm fucking
What? And then hold on,
perfect.
off the rip, and then now he know your insecurities, so he gonna be able to play on your insecurities and the fact that you diss me to end up with him, and all you care about is how you look publicly. So now he got you between a rock and a hard place for real, for real. Then you ain't gonna tell me because you done shitted on me, try to take my kid, woody woody woo. I'm really like fuck you. He like fuck you. And the people, the bitches that told you what you had in me wasn't shit is really giggling on the inside because they tricked you out your bag. And I just fucked one of them.
Man,
You asked me about selling. You asked me about selling drugs and shit. Nigga, I didn't took the what over this house and saw this husband with that wife and that friend with that person, and then showed up at this because all of these motherfuckers that sniff on the tray, they only 1 degree of separation, and that's that tray. You understand? So they are just a party away from being shoulder to shoulder with whoever. I'm not with taking none of that shit too seriously. I'm not with taking nobody credit away, but I'm also not with giving nobody no credit. And then like I think like back to with the whole thing about knowing our value and shit. Not only do we lessen ourselves, we allow these motherfuckers to hype our heads up with that fake love or fake you the guy I'm choosing or how you don't believe I love you. Bitch, please. If a bitch love you, like if a woman with you for real, she about to be with you, she won't even have a Facebook page unless she getting paid for it. Otherwise, what is it for? Ain't shit shaking on it, but you keeping in contact or showing me or what you doing now off to people that you want to see what you doing now to feel away. Women be in a relationship taking pictures with their ass in front of their face. Let you walk out the house with your gray sweatpants on, see how that shit go. But when you say something, it's like, what you talking about? Are you tripping? Like, nah, I ain't tripping because you clearly see it when it's heads. But when it's tails, did we talking about two different coins? Bitch, nah, this the same coin. And as men, we gotta quit accepting that shit. And we gotta start calling it out. And to be honest with you, if a chick don't like what you saying, what she gonna do to you? What she was already planning to do to your ass anyway. So what are you saving? What are you saving yourself from with the niceties of letting shit slide, man? And truth be told, all of us probably would be with a bitch that really, really do fuck with us if we fucked with us a little bit more younger. Like if we fucked with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? If we you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us wasn't getting the attention or fuck attention. A lot of us wasn't even being acknowledged or accepted to even rub elbows in certain situations early off. The first time I seen some people posting that I'm the same age as girls that's posting pictures of the river rock, right? I've been in that bitch one time. And I was a grown man with money when I went that. I wasn't grown, but I was like 21 with money. But these girls who ain't never had a dime was going in that bitch from 16. Now I went down there and tried to get in, but I didn't couldn't get in until I had some money and some age. So they got 4, 5 years worth of experience and grown dicks dumped off in them before I even got to the party. How the fuck I'ma believe you choosing me, bitch? As a actual wanted choice, not a calculated choice. Everything these women do with a dude like me is calculated. But then when they get with me, they want to talk about their feelings. Like, hold on, down to you jumping in my inbox was calculated.
Right. I was listening to a chick said this. She said her male her DMs banging up. She's like, yeah. So she was like, I play hard to get. So you gotta show me a lot of attention. You need to pay attention. So you gotta be thirsty in my DM, but I'm not gonna respond probably about the fifth, 10th time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't just talk to somebody off rip. You gotta be thirsty. I gotta see that. That let me know you're persistent and that you know what I'm saying? Oh,
It's a million ways to see if somebody persistent. Why would you pick that one? You see what I'm saying? These women require you to make, not all of them. We gonna say these bitches because I do run into women out here and they either got a man or they don't indulge in social media past them watching a video. These bitches is giving motherfuckers a bad rep. It's like you either got to have bad financial decisions or you got to be a beta male to be in a relationship or to get a bitch. And then what really bothers me is all these women with all of that type of shit to say. If you took a moist towelette across their face, you wouldn't like what you saw when you was done with that motherfucker. But they the judge and jury for everybody.
he had green hair too. He did have a green weave. Yeah.
And
I
then
think women don't
what
understand that either.
what they don't understand is what if you go through all that for a bold piece of pussy?
But pussy is gonna be that character. You know what I'm saying? It's already bold,
If the character bold, you'll never enjoy the pussy.
but a good pussy just keep a nigga interested a little bit longer.
Man, till you bust a nut.
Right? So you get
Tell me,
horny again.
yeah,
But they still ain't gonna want shit to do with you though.
I mean,
Other than outside of that.
right. I mean, tell me one word. Some you know it too. It'd be oh baby, yes, yes, yes. Then you come and you don't even want the bitch on your arm.
That nigga was like,
You,
put your clothes on quick as hell.
nah,
Like, where you going?
to my baby mama house. I can't stand you, bitch. Like,
Yeah, nigga said, oh no. Going somewhere somebody love me.
yeah, some of these bitches can't stand themselves, and then they get you wrapped up in that shit, and then try and make it like it's you hating them. Like it ain't me hating you, bitches. You hating you. I was chilling.
But I'm gonna help you hate you.
I mean, at that point, she done got you involved. Like, bitch, you want us to jump you? We can. I said,
Show I support hate.
right. I'll support it. Man.
But man, these times, man, it's crazy, bro. It's like women are showing guys, you know what I'm saying, to not fuck with pretty much some of them. In their minds, they feel good about themselves, once again. But a guy looking in, look, that ain't what I want.
Yo,
So
fuck us. What you think
mhm,
the kids is looking at? Mommy don't like herself to this degree? Or look, what about these kids that think they mama the most beautiful, best thing in the world? But she about to cut and cover herself up? And then what's that's gonna do when they turn 16, 17 and their perception start changing and they looking at things and they like, well damn, mommy ain't like herself. What does that do? Like, if having a father not there did this much damage, what do you think it does to a kid to have a mother that don't like how she look at all, and he thinks she beautiful? And then that's what they be losing with these little boys. It's like, yo, I came from this woman who hate herself. How can I love myself? It's simple science. It's simple math. This is not algebra. This is straight up 1 + 1 = 2 type shit.
Even with that, you know what I'm saying? Speaking about math, how they changing math now is like people always trying to change. Like you just said, 1 + 1 is 2. No matter how you look at it, no matter which way you put it, 1 + 1 is still 2.
Oh
But
damn,
they
you got a
changing how they
6-year-old.
do math. Yeah, they
Yeah.
changing how to do this. So
You know
that right there,
you know
uh,
why that is, right? That's another opportunity to make daddy look dumb
mm-hmm,
in front of the kid.
daddy or mommy, parents look
Come on.
dumb.
You know mommy don't never uh, kids got a magical way of forgetting all of mommy's flaws until they're old enough to ask for something they really want. Kids don't remember mama. Your mama could lie to you, dog. Well, no, I ain't about to put her out there yet. Your mama could give you a whole nother type of ass whooping.
They say yeah.
I'm just saying, your mama could give you a whole nother different type of ass whooping. Your mama draw blood out you. Your dad you just gonna feel it. Your mama draw blood out your ass. Kids don't remember that shit. They remember what daddy did and didn't do. They remember what daddy said. Your mama say some of the most horrible shit. But niggas, they remember daddy saying, put that shit down, or what the fuck you that's all. Daddy ain't saying no more than 5 words at a time. 5 words at a time. Your mama give you a paragraph worth of fuck you. We already been indoctrinated to accept all this bullshit. And we have to, like, we gotta figure out how to do something differently, like just with dudes on their own.
But it,
Niggas
and
ain't
that
dying
by
at 50.
itself outnumbered, bro. Outnumbered like a mother.
You say, man,
Hell yeah.
who gives a fuck? We've been at war all this time. Being outnumbered is good.
I mean, like we always say, it start with self, right?
Yeah. And that's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
The, hey, it's just like polygamy. One dude fix himself, gonna correct about 6 bitches. That's all we gotta keep doing. Not simping out, not being no sucker shit, and calling out that bullshit. We see a man on, we gonna quit doing the simp shit. Fuck it, you taking out the trash, you paying the bills, all of that. You supposed to do all that. You supposed to do all that. What you ain't supposed to do is let her tell you that you shouldn't be starting a shoe store. What you shouldn't be doing is let her tell you how to fix the motherfucking garage and she ain't got a hammer in her hand. Cause that's where shit is fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? Women going to buy cars on their own and expecting the nigga to help pay the note. That's where we wrong. At my grandmother would have never went. She would have never looked at a car without my grandfather's word. But these bitches will do that shit and expect you to pay the note. My grandfather paid my grandma's car note because he picked the fucking car. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the car note on the car. You can't even. You ain't even got no say. Not you, but you ain't got no say something like that shit with that damn Cherokee, man. Dumb shit. And then the new Cherokee with the Hemi in the third row. I digress. I fucking digress.
But I think women don't have no role model, like no good women. There's no solid good women.
Oh, they got
Sad
a
to say,
role model.
all the good women passed on, man. They dead.
They got a good role model. The unhappy evil bitch that's been single that they listening to. And they think she's single because dudes is messed up. No, that bitch single because she's irrational. And how she feel is more important than the mission. And that's why I know, nigga, because as men, we do some crazy shit. We do some dumb shit. So if a woman ain't got a man That says a lot. If she ain't got a nigga sniffing around on the comeback, at least, like, I can understand her not having a husband. But if she ain't got a dude showing up trying to drop off Snickers to her kids, make sure she got her bad habits, and see her several times a week and talk to her a few times a day, that says a lot about her. Even if she's sharing the nigga, if she ain't got that, that says a lot about her. Because that's out here to be had no matter what she look like. These and that's what I'm saying. A mother's lies has been controlling our community for too long. Too long. You know what I'm saying? You got women out here talking about a man cheating on them, but they was the ones cheating. You can't get cheated if you ain't got larceny in your heart. These women get cheated on, you know why? Because they was already trying to get down on the nigga. Oh, I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna be with Charles. Why are you fucking with Charles for? Charles always liked me since high school. He's such a nice guy. He got the house, car. He's always nice to my kid. I'm just gonna be with Charles. Well, bitch, what about Ricky D? Well, Rick was over last night. All he wants to do is fuck. And so Rick then came over, fucked last night. And you plotting on Charles, but Charles gotta wait on that pussy. Rick gonna fuck another 3, 4 times before Charles get it. And then when Charles get it, you gonna hang Rick over his head. Because as soon as Charles do something wrong, you gonna fuck Rick. But while you got Charles and Rick on stash, you done met Pete.
And Rick still fucking other motherfuckers. Why you thinking he waiting around on your ass to call?
Let me tell you something else about being a drug dealer. You have throwaway money. Not throwaway money to just throw away, but you have money to throw at things that you would like to do that you would normally pay for, like a private investigator. And then your private investigator show up with a manila envelope of embarrassing ass information that you just can't believe, so you throw it away. It ain't even worth you busting nobody out. So my whole view of how I look at women and things is just totally, I'm off it. I'm off it. That's just like working 60 hours a week and your woman know your schedule. You really, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember I used to work a night shift in a plant, like one of my first jobs, going legit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, what's to stop a nigga from being up in my house right now? Because this is different from selling drugs. You don't know when I'm gonna show up. You know for a fact I'm stuck at this place for 10 and a half hours. And you don't respect me in my face. Fuck the idea of you wanting a nigga. How I know this ain't going on just because, the same way you disrespect and debate me just because. Same way you let your family speak on me just because, which is some other shit that we don't touch on, but should be touched on, because that's abuse like a motherfucker. What if us as men start going to talk to our family about the shit our bitches do, and they start saying shit to our bitches or about our bitches? Nigga, that'd be the end of the world. But every man you know got to deal with what the fuck his bitch family got to say about some shit she don't even know about. Like, bitch, you got 25% of the story and you judging me with that. And you know your people's a liar. Like, this my woman, this your sister. You know this bitch a liar. You told me she was a liar. But now everything she's saying is gospel because it's negative and about me. Come on.
I think that's the only time when women come together to support. Negative bullshit.
No,
You know
it's
what I'm
just
saying?
I don't think it's to support. It's if bitches are very encouraging to ruin yourself. And if you willing to ruin yourself, the bitches around you gonna encourage you right on off that cliff.
Call a female, tell her, I'm about to go fat this nigga tires. I'm like, shit, I'll go with you. Shit, come pick me up. You know what I'm saying? A
Right,
nigga
but
gonna be like, man, why are you doing that, bro? Like, or, you know what I'm saying? We gonna say some logical shit. Nah, nigga, hell no. What's wrong with you?
Right. But look how that shit go. The same bitch that's gonna roll with you to go flatten his tires, y'all riding around in his car, and it's like, oh, I caught a flatter. She ain't gonna help you fix that tire. It's gonna be fuck him, girl. Let's leave the car here, and all this other shit.
Let him worry about it.
Yeah. And a bitch don't even notice that shit. She noticed that shit when you ain't there, but as soon as you come back, she go right into not appreciating your ass and believing what they got to say, listening to them. That's the number one problem with relationships. A bitch's family.
So look, so we got these bitches, right? Yeah, we got some women too, right? So how would you know a woman is a woman?
Man, she gonna strike through like a fucking lightning bolt, like what happened to me on
Well,
Facebook a couple weeks ago. You
yeah,
gonna know. You ain't gotta see it, you ain't gotta smell it, none of that shit is gonna come through like thunder. like,
mm,
like, hold on. You say, did you just like care about me for no reason?
yeah,
Like you gonna know. And it's gonna be care without ask. It ain't gonna be, she gonna come in being a woman off the
yeah.
rip. You
Instead,
understand?
like you said, care without asking. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you? You all right? You
yeah. No, it
is
ain't even gonna be
automatic.
that. She gonna come in and wipe your face off. Like you got some shit in you, and she ain't gonna say you got shit in your face. She gonna be cleaning it off your face, telling you got shit in
You
your
ain't even
face.
gonna know. You gonna be like,
Yeah.
what?
You ever had a woman dig in your eye just off the rip, just walk in the door like, girl, you got crust off. You ain't never had that. See, that's a lack of. You ever had your head
See?
rubbed?
Yeah, I probably had that. Yeah.
You gonna know.
Like
You
I know women who be popping niggas pimples and shit, but I don't like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that might be some of that shit. Now that's where it get funny because some of these bitches like torture, and it's like a bitch. You think a bitch love you, she just digging in your face. You know what I'm saying? And now you got holes and craters in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be. I'm talking about just the straight
But
constructive shit, because them
I,
things you need, but we as guys we be misguided, and then you go back and look like, man, that bitch used to love to torture my face because it was other shit I needed. She ain't helped me with that ingrown toenail.
nigga, I know
She
women
want to pop
who
my face.
give niggas massage. What's that shit? Manicures, foot water, and all that shit.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
I know bitches who would call themselves side bitches that do better job than main bitches and shit like that.
Why? I ain't even gonna say why.
I just had to throw that out there because I hate when people call women side bitches and stuff like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
So
Don't be hating.
you think side niggas taking care of the women like that? Like how side chicks take care of niggas?
Man, a side nigga ain't got to do shit because a bitch already doing too much and cheating. Not cheating like giving her pussy away, but cheating like not doing her job for a man. Side nigga ain't got to do shit but be available. Especially if her nigga's a hella fat nigga, side nigga ain't even gotta pay for the room. He ain't gotta buy the drink. He ain't
The
gotta spend
woman
on
gonna
your
put all
time.
it. Yeah. So the woman gonna put more attention and effort into the side nigga. Yeah. Yeah.
The security the
Yeah.
security you give a bitch allows her to cheat how she allows her, the more secure your bitch is, the wider range she has to cheat. The more secure you is with that bag means she could cheat with a broke nigga, rich, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm thinking back my time, you know what I mean? Player. I
Was the
messed with
hat
a lot of.
bigger or smaller back then?
You said the hats.
Yeah, was they
I
bigger
ain't
or
had no
smaller?
hats.
Oh,
I had like these. I had baseball caps. Them the retired hats. But nigga, back in my day, man, it was women. That's what women. This mess
that
with
was paying for the room and all that.
hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Every
saying.
women used to pay for the room. They did it all. Wear lingerie, heels, all that.
While you was your money was a little bit tight, whatever. You just I got fun, I got some time and
I
energy.
mean, I had the money, but it was my money wasn't good with them. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. I was even getting gifts and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was getting all type of
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, now you on the other side of that of the microphone. Remember that shit, cause just this is how they was able to do that shit, and this is why. And I got the same thing. Well, not nah, I did. I got better taken care of. I had like some older whores back when I was real young.
It was 30. I'm talking, they was talking to their niggas while I'm on the
Yeah,
phone with them. And it was like, it was so regular. I'm more nervous than them.
but you see how much respect you show. You ain't never disrespect your position. You ain't never speak up. You got your dick all in her mouth, but you ain't trying to jam it in her mouth while she on the phone. A bitch will never give you that respect. She gonna try and fuck up what the fuck you got going on.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that's why bitches don't fuck with bitches because they know they be on some foul shit. But they want us to act like it ain't that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
life is life crazy.
Like, look, dig this here. Like you just pointed out. If your woman jump on the phone, girl, this nigga or brother or daddy or mama, this nigga over here, whoever she called, this nigga over here tripping, everybody gonna show up to cause drama. But your girl jump on the phone, yo, girl, this nigga business then took off. Can you help me with XYZ because we about to blow up? Ain't nobody gonna help. But your woman ain't gonna never look at it like that. But you see that shit clear as day. You can't and like so that's why I'm saying it's starting at home and it start with our leadership because that's where the bullshit start. That's indoctrination against my family. How you willing to help destroy, but you ain't willing to help us be?
So
And
fear,
then
fear.
your woman sitting there who you provisioning for, allowing and encouraging that. Because really, that question should never have to come out your mouth. That's something she's supposed to ask. But I don't know one man that this ain't the situation. I don't know one father where his family, an active father where his family ain't helping out with them kids and her family ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Mm, mm. Real shit, man. Real
Nigga,
shit.
my daughter's mother who told her to have the baby and forget him and we gonna help and this, that, whatever. Nigga, I paid her for childcare. Totally forget the fact I bought them a house where she got her own room and I bought her bed and her laptop and her TV and all of that shit. I paid this bitch for childcare. And then that money wasn't good enough for her. But instead of her telling me like the price she set wasn't good enough for her, she goes out trying to ruin my reputation. When she could just told me like, yeah, I know I said I want this, but I want that. But do my mama charge to be a grandmother? No. Do my mother get a free place to stay? No. Talk.
What's crazy about it? You know, back in the day, man, I don't think people was paying nobody nothing. It was just out of love, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It took a
That's
village to
your
raise
role.
kids.
If
But
you
now,
grandma, if you
now it ain't
grandma
like
in the
that.
house doing nothing, why would you want your grandkids around somebody else?
Now they want money, or you inconveniencing me. You not my kid. I raised my kids already. Them your kids. Like, huh?
Like, if you raise your kids properly, then your kids will have extra money. Obviously, you ain't do something right because you weren't able to leave us with a pad or a cushion to roll over into this next part comfortably. But you look at these other nationalities. If a white grandma at home, she not allowing nobody around her grandkid. Not even her kids. I pick them up. Same thing with these Arabs. Same thing with the Jews. You know what I'm saying? It be grandparents fighting. They house ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And we fighting to dump off and then want to have something to say. Like, you don't spend no time with these kids. You don't fuck with them. That's why, like, I'm not with that family shit.
Motherfuckers say, I got a grandkid, or I got this, and I got that. But when it's time to get them, nah, they just want to
Man,
say what they got. It sound cool. It sound like,
the realest thing I ever share with you as a father, let one of my kids call somebody a name that's not family. I'm shutting that shit down. Let a motherfucker call somebody grandma that ain't doing grandma shit. Let a motherfucker call somebody granddad that ain't doing granddad shit. I'm shutting that shit down. I'm not setting my kids up for disappointment with fake ass relatives.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And quite,
go ahead, man, talk that
you
shit.
know, no, I'm just saying I'm not setting my kids up for disappointment with fake ass relatives. And if motherfuckers like that with me, then I know they don't mean my kids no good. And if the mother of my kids can't see that shit, then she ain't intelligent enough to make decisions. So fuck what she talking about too. And that's just where I'm at with that shit. These motherfuckers, you tell a kid this your uncle and they fucking touch him. You tell a kid this your granddad and they fucking disappoint him. I'd rather tell my kid they ain't got nobody but me and whoever show up get to be a surprise they get to fucking enjoy versus them thinking somebody gonna do a job that they ain't gonna fucking do. And I'm standing on that shit. Motherfuckers be, I want to take your kid here. I want to introduce them to there. If they don't fuck with me, fuck no, fuck them. You see where I'm at. It's a playhouse everywhere I go. My kids, they we'll go bow Dave and Buster's before I go kiss somebody's ass to play nice. Fuck that. I ain't doing it. And I ain't teaching my kids that's the way to roll either. You know what I'm saying? We disappoint ourselves. We not signing up for nobody else to disappoint us. You know what I'm saying? And that you say, what, bro?
That's deep.
I mean, that's what it is.
I know. You know what I'm saying?
You
But yeah, if people really thought like that, I think, like you said, honesty, man, probably changed a lot of this shit. If people really told people how this shit really is and how it really look, you know what I'm saying? People so selfish, you know what I'm saying? Not getting the big picture. Like, you affecting these kids. Like,
But look, we all out here submitting to you got men submitting to women. It ain't shit but selfishness at that point. Once you been and gave up like a woman, like they got the ability to take so much. She can take way more than you can give. So inherently that's gonna suck you dry. And you pouring into the wrong thing.
I
So
think,
at
I
that
think
point it's
women
nothing
will,
but
I think
selfishness.
women can submit. They just choose who they want to submit to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's in them. Even though
I'm
you the nigga who been there with them, help them, you know what I'm saying, kids with them, like you said, that other nigga, they submit to him before they submit to you.
man, they be submitting to their hater ass family members. Motherfucking cousin know this bitch ain't mean you no good. Ain't never had nothing good to say about you. Been competing with you your whole life. But all she got to do is doubt you once. And you gonna change your whole routine to what the fuck she want. You know what I'm saying? They have submission in them. It's just a challenge to us. It's not gonna be for us. They already submitted to the white man's don't can't trust my lady because she's a product of this poison. I'm hearing noises. Think she fucking on my boy. Tell me that ain't where we at. Tell me that ain't where we at. And that's like almost a 30-year-old lyric.
All facts. Long before it's time, man. Long before.
And
I'm
Faith
thinking about
still
these
lying
women.
about fucking that nigga.
82.
Right. So what does that tell you about a bitch? What does that tell you? Like, bitch, we got the picture. Rapping Forte seeing you in the hallway. Corrupt left the
So
room.
we got evidence.
Daddy, right? We got the we got the evidence,
Wasn't
bitch.
me. Turned to Shaggy and shit. Nigga on the counter. It wasn't me.
Hey, bitch. Oh shit, dog. When I seen that Danny Boy interview, dog, that's one of the funniest niggas on the internet too, dog.
Daddy boy.
Yeah, dog. It did cause he a tough gay nigga. Dog.
I ain't even hip, though.
Watch one of his interviews, dog. It's gonna be hard. He's a dog, yeah. He's a tough gay nigga, dog. I don't know.
Daddy
I don't
boy.
yeah, he's a yeah, yeah. Something about a homosexual man that's ready to fight and can sing. I wouldn't fuck with that nigga. And he got jokes, man. The nigga got jokes, be ready to fight, and he can sing. Nah, I wouldn't fuck with that nigga, man.
Bad combination, nigga.
But yeah, man. So I know you got some notes, man. Hopefully you come
Oh,
up with
yeah.
something about how a nigga can
So
come
next.
across.
Oh, for the yeah, what we was talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, just generally that way we can put an angle on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want more women engagement,
I just
and then
wanna
from
I
huh
wanna pick the brains of a woman. You know what I'm saying? A real actual woman. I know hood rats. I know. You know what I'm saying? I want a real actual certified
one with a man or one without a man.
both, one and one, and just to see if they ideology is the same, like if they thought process still the same, even though they single, but you still gonna be a woman. You
I'm
know what
gonna
I'm
tell
saying?
you the difference before we go down this road. The
You
one
said it
without
is
a
a difference.
yeah, the one that can't get a man, can't keep a man. How she feel is more important than the mission. And the
So
one
you
that
saying
got
this
a
a good
man,
woman?
huh? These the
This
good
a good
women.
woman,
These the
single.
good women. I'm just saying the one that don't got a man and the one that do. The one that do got a man, no, the goal is more important than how she feel. That's the difference.
So you saying the single woman, maybe she ain't met a good man, or you like,
Nah,
nah, it's good
how
men out
she
here. She just ain't.
it's good men. How she feel about the good man, or how she feel about something he doing, or how she feel about what he want as opposed to what she want. She allowed to get in the way. You got some women. You got women that's 50 years old, still look good, but they 50 years old and single, and they meet a man that's 50 years old, and they want him to come move into her house. Bitch, it don't work that way. This nigga been working just as hard as you, if not harder. His house probably bigger. His bed probably, you know what I'm saying? And when you get to going down the line, and it's like you want him to sacrifice what he built to come partner up into your shit that's not enough for you.
I think good women or a bitch or whatever, thought process is still the same because I think just by you saying that, like they want a man to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And give up certain things so they can be in control. You know what I'm saying? Some form or fashion, they need
Mm-hmm.
control.
Mm-hmm.
Matter you a good woman or you not a good woman. No matter if you young or if you old. I think it's just in the woman's I don't know, DNA shit. I don't know about that. I think that's being regardless. Good, bad women, young, old.
That's the problem. That's the problem, man. But it's all about how we approach it. We approach that shit differently, it's gonna be different. We keep allowing this shit, all this beta male shit, it's gonna be what it is. All of us gotta be willing to walk away the same way they is. Women control shit because they willing to shut the show down. Period.
Well, I think it is women out there that is like willing to listen to what you want. You know what I'm saying? And voice what they want, and y'all meet in that middle, like so both people be good. I think those women is
But see, that's where it get funny at, man, because it kind of ain't no middle.
gotta be a middle.
The middle is this, and this ain't got nothing to do with man and woman. Where you strong at is where you strong at. Where I'm strong at is where I'm strong at. If we're in the middle of a war, we don't have time to go back and forth. All like you, that's like me trying to argue with you about taking notes. I can't fuck with you on that. Your bitch would. She'll fuck up the whole mission arguing with you about who gonna take notes, knowing goddamn well you the best note taker in the group. That's the problem. We spending too much time on that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like if your woman could put stuff together. Like she may not be a dude, but she good at opening the box, putting shit together. That's her strong suit. I'm not gonna argue. Go ahead, baby.
So it's that part.
And
Yeah.
we so caught up in roles, fuck gender roles. Whatever is your strong suit in, that's where you supposed to jump in with your information or expertise. Bada boom, bada bip. But the only time we do this is when somebody got to be cussed out. Because then the black woman automatically know you can't be angry. So she jump in front of you to go cuss somebody out. Other than that, we can't play as a team no other time. I ain't really, I know where you was about to go with it. And I would agree, but then that give them too many outs. When it's as complex as where you was about to go, but it's also simple. Either we a team or not. That's the whole point of dating. We just dated each other all this time to see what's our strong suits, and now we supposed to act like we don't know where our roles is.
Yeah, I ain't even got shit to say now. I'm looking like, yeah, yep, that's pretty much it right there.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. That's the number one problem right there. And the thing about it is, women ain't stupid. They smarter than us. They be knowing what their roles is like a motherfucker. But the manipulation that they have over us by playing dumb is priceless. It's fucking priceless. And the last thing a woman want to do is to let you know she got over on you 2 weeks ago by showing you how intelligent she is now. So she gonna play dumb when she ain't got to, and then it just keep perpetuating, perpetuating, perpetuating. And we know how it is when a woman ain't got away with a lie for so long. It be that in between mark of not giving a fuck at all, and then being asshole or bitch enough to tell you it's your fault, your problem that they did that and got away with keeping it a secret.
Like you saying that intelligent shit is like I look at it like women know they intelligent. You know what I'm saying? They play dumb with your ass, but to the other nigga or they'll play intelligent with him. You know what I'm saying? But play dumb with your ass.
Yeah, because I mean, but
They
that's
be
part
trying
of
to
that game
impress
too.
motherfuckers. So they don't be trying to impress you or they just gonna give you the dumb side. But they gonna try to impress the other nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they kind of do be impressing you with the damsel in distress routine.
Different types of impress. Different type
Yo,
of
wait,
impress meaning to the other nigga. Who was the other nigga again? What's his name?
Leroy.
Leroy. Yeah, yeah. To Leroy, you know what I'm saying? She'll bring the value to add to him as far as what she can do for him. And this is that. To your ass, she'll try to devalue you.
In a heartbeat, in a heartbeat, in a New York minute, you will find yourself devalued.
So
Hell yeah, that's it. You say what, bro?
I'm still trying to think about the good women now. Trying to figure out a way to.
Man, that's where it get funny at. That's where it get funny at.
Cause they can flip that and say, "Who to say you a good man?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why you think you a good man? Like,
Say why you think I'm not? You know what I'm saying? What would qualify somebody to even? What would qualify a chick to even be able to ask you a question like that? Like that's what I'm saying. Like the respect factor.
so like that jock shit.
Yeah. Then who's to say? Who's to say that she? Who's to say that she even qualified to say that? Like, which is something that's even more messed up. You got women who say shit like that to men, and they don't know a man. Like, where your daddy at? Where your granddaddy at? What was your high school boyfriend like? Jock didn't had a bunch of women. Them not all them kids not with her. And then, quite frankly, what type of woman are you to be on the show speaking bad about a man she chose to marry? What does that say about you as a woman or a wife or a mother or an adult for that matter?
It was her opportunity to devalue him.
Man, that's a self devaluation first.
How that shit backfired on her ass.
I mean, it ain't backfired good enough because he's still with the bitch. It wasn't like she got kicked off the show like he would have. If he said some shit like that about her on that show, it'd have been canceled, Young Jock. It'd have been all bad for him. Young Jock rapper says he don't want his kids to be like his mother. It'd have been TMZ. This the most horrible man in the world. Yada yada
Say
yada.
something about somebody that birthed a kid of yours. Women stick together, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the bottom line. Women stick together no matter what. Even if they wrong, they stick together.
Are you sleeping? I just said shit to you. I didn't know if you was asleep or awake. I'm just keep walking back. I set the charger on there. I'm wondering, do I touch you or not? Like, let me get her together. Okay, man. How you don't know for sure? Of course, the holiday, everybody had off. So that don't count. Right, but I supposed to have 2 days. Oh, they gonna count it. Yeah, that good federal job. Yeah, so they don't count that day, but I do get an additional off day. And Saturday is our Monday, so. No way your ass wasn't dozing off. You still got drink in your cup. No, I was just sitting there chilling. Enjoying. No, kid is don't really. That's the whole point of it. You don't need. Oh shit! Damn, G.
Man, I know I was hearing that shit. I'm like, pouring down. I hear that shit in the basement. You say when the man in the man cave.
You say what, bro?
I said I heard that rain pouring down in the man cave. Man.
I didn't, dog. Nigga here in the man cave. Ain't that a bitch? I
My
ain't hear
safe
none of that shit.
safe spot.
Bullshit. I'm glad I ain't get too wet. See what I mean? And nigga got the garage. Dog.
Damn.
Right. Like, whatever, man. It is what it is, man. See how shit work for a dude? Nah, let's say if Rose was a verse, I'd have rolled the bitch windows up. My shit all moist.
Damn.
Damn. And it's about to be cold.
I hope it stay like this though. Shit.
What, the rain?
The weather, period. Ain't no snow, shit like that. It's all right.
I don't know, man. That motherfucking it'd be a little warmer when it actually snow though.
It be that sun. That sun be out big.
And that reflection. This shit here though. Damn. I'm missing. Damn, I done lost a joint. Anyways. Think your shit still frozen. You done took a picture of yourself or something?
Hell no.
Nigga, I'm about to snap this picture of your ass. You gonna hate
Oh,
it,
shit, bro. Like I'm moving around and shit.
nigga. Wait till you see this picture.
Oh man, you might be on some bullshit.
Ah, shit, dog. I ain't gonna show nobody but your ass. Hell nah. Yeah, I ain't smoke all that on the way here. Anyways, man, what the fuck, dog? Yeah.
All right, say what makes a good woman? 17 qualities of a good woman, right?
Where you getting that shit from?
Man, Google, man. 17 qualities makes a good woman. Number one, honesty and trustworthy. Two, authentic and genuine. Number three, independent, self-reliant.
Who made this list?
Hey, hell, that's only on the third one. We ain't made it to 17 yet. The fourth, intelligent and curious. What? Yeah, I don't know if I want to go no further, bro.
Don't go no further. Intelligent and curious. In the same sentence? I mean, in the
Yeah,
same line?
yeah.
Curious is seeking knowledge, and
Mhm.
intelligence is possessing it. How could you be doing both in the same action? You see what's wrong with these bitches? They so smart, they stupid. That's like saying I'm lost on my way there. Like, bitch, you either lost or you on your way
Yeah,
there.
all of them say that type shit, like playful and humorous.
So now just look at the shit women, the shit
Focus,
they,
learning.
the shit they putting into, telling them the shit they identifying with. That makes no sense. So you finding somebody to identify with your irrationalness, and you calling that normal? They're normal. That ain't the norm. That shit ain't the norm at all, bro. But that's where we at with it. The most powerful thing a man got is his practicality. If you get that up for a bitch's irrationality, what do you have? That's a dangerous ass person with male strength. What?
Something better.
You say what?
Might figure out something better. Let me see.
Where you getting this shit off? Google?
Yeah,
See what the hell your ass about to come with now.
yeah, something you probably. I already know you ain't gonna do it. All right, now this is stuff from the Bible.
Oh, here you go with that.
Yeah, I knew I was like, see, I knew that nigga fight. Yeah.
You say what? What you got?
It say, many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. A wise woman does not need a husband or children to be. Ah,
That's why you can't. That Bible. That Bible.
never mind.
That's a man. It's so much contradiction in there.
Say
Whatever,
praise.
whatever point you want to make, it's a scripture in there for you.
I'm tripping off what this say. A wise woman does not need a husband or children to be praised.
Dig what the word and said. It said to be praised. And these women don't need none of that shit to be praised, now do they? You got women with no man telling women with a man how they supposed to be.
All right, unique qualities in a woman. She is under. Hey, this is sad. We got to try to figure out what is a good woman. Like she is understanding. A good woman understands you, and even if she doesn't, she seeks. She seeks to. She is content. Social media has supposedly made us private to the life of others. She is kind. Ever heard of the line? When given a choice between being right and being kind, choose kind.
Man, you know what it is. You know what it is.
You know, I just don't like the argument of woman, man. That's like number one.
What argument?
I just don't like I don't the signs of like loud, like talking loud or you know what I'm saying. Just be loud, just loud. You know what I'm saying. That shit just like
Look at
I
these
don't know.
40, 50. Look at some of these 40 and 50-year-old women. They loud and ignorant too. And a lot of these women think that's the way to get results, man. I'm gonna
Number
tell you
one, no,
something.
no.
Now this ain't got dig this. People that feel as though they have to get loud or be loud, they don't respect what they saying either, and that's why they loud. So they think everybody else don't respect what they saying.
But shit,
You
there's some
feel me?
loud ass men too like that though.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It ain't
yeah.
it ain't got shit to do with man or woman. People that do that shit don't respect what they got to say on their own, and that's why they loud. Cause subconsciously they feel other people don't respect what they got to say. That ain't no different from the dark skinned chubby girl being loud. Or the one nigga that gotta hug all the bitches. You know who gotta tell you everybody he fucked in the work.
Yeah, yeah. and shit.
Hell yeah, y'all. Anyways, I guess we about done kicking it for the night, man. You know, we gonna call it a night. You motherfuckers be easy. We out. You still there, Ty?
Yeah.
Hey, your shit done went blank at the bottom. I can hear you though.
Man, I don't know what the hell going on here.
Dig this. If you definition that you look at, how you think they feel?
Yeah, you might have to YouTube some shit. That's that's bet. Google ain't it. YouTube probably better than Google.
It ain't going down like that.
Nah,
Let's hit one more, bitch. What's one more you got for me?
uh, do you know people that still dealing at your age right now? That still dealing? Yeah. So as you didn't change, you know what I'm saying, occupations, it's like, do you associate with them people, or is it kind of a different type of a, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like
Uh,
y'all ain't got nothing in common no more. Like,
it's a good question, but one I can't answer like that.
yeah,
Whether or not I
yeah. But it's like the common, like y'all got the same type of.
know,
It's kind of different. Is it different?
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
anytime you elevate, it's gonna cause a separate.
Mm-hmm.
And elevate don't necessarily mean money. Just to elevate in what you want to do with your day. Like that may alienate some people. That may make some people feel different. You know, when anybody changes, it ain't no
That's it.
different.
Go ahead.
It
It
ain't.
ain't no different.
It, you say what?
It ain't no different. Go ahead.
It ain't no difference when a man and a woman relationship. When one start to change, when anybody start to change, it changes the point of view. It changes the perception. It changes the level. So it's gonna damn sure change relationships. But I mean, anybody that's your people, you know, they gonna understand.
It was just going back to like, you make it, you know, a rapper or something.
Hmm.
You was dealing. Now you ain't dealing no more. Now you legit. You got the bag. So it's like not
Nah,
doing the same shit.
why you
It's
do
like,
that? That's what it.
Right?
huh,
You say once you got the bag, then what now?
like you can't really associate yourself around certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cause now you gonna jeopardize your bag. You gonna jeopardize your shit that you didn't work for to get out of. You know what I'm saying? To be around the same shit that you just trying to get out of. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
That's like that young thug type shit. Like you got money. Like you could have got away from that shit, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? That shit enables you to grow into that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Young, young Thug is different. That he ain't no drug dealer. He was a hood nigga. I'll rob you. I'll kill you. I'll break in your mama house. He's a rat.
So you
And
don't
when
think he
I
sold
said,
drugs?
huh,
So he ain't selling no drugs.
man, if you get a RICO charge, they ain't got them horrible hood niggas, like we all know from the hood, that's hang around and do shit. Him and what he did doing things, which old drugs, they still living off of that business of killing niggas for no reason. And ain't nobody gonna be living off of that or making no money off of that shit. Them two big ass differences. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, them two ass differences. That whole
So if you was to make it right, big, right, would you come and get the niggas that you know that's still dealing and they probably don't want to leave, huh? Like if you was to get them, like, hey, uh, y'all could be my security. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get away from that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Set y'all up with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Lower them chances y'all niggas getting locked up or anything, getting killed. Uh, no.
he got on Clubhouse and argued with a nigga about
Oh,
kill
you
more
talking about that
people.
whack 100? Whack 100 and shit?
Same dude.
I know him and whack 100 always getting into it and shit.
On your you claim to us for what we want to see.
What what advice would you give to the younger dealer? You know what I'm saying? What advice would you give to a younger dealer? Yeah.
I always say it's two options: death or jail. It's really three: death, jail, anonymity. If you them wrong. It's what we do.
They don't be on there like looking like Tory Lanez and shit. That mug shot. Dealer or not to be. Dealer or not to be. But I think what you said, it was like I said what you just said as far as
Deal or
the
not.
last thing you just said. No, no, no. Like your internet is like your video like choppy as hell, going in and out. But what you just said at the end, as far as giving a little game to the dealers now, that's the most realistic answer. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, they always say it's either dead or jail. Like there's no way nobody can make it. You know what I'm saying? They don't never put that in there. Right. I can You bringing up bad, bro. I would say I think the drug dealing game, man, is like you gotta be smart. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can sell drugs, but to make it, you have to be smart. And a lot of people don't give drug dealers that smart a lot of credit. As soon as you say a drug dealer, they automatically think you dumb. Like, no. You have to have some wit. You have to have some brains. You know what I'm saying? And people don't give that a credit.
Reason they think you dumb.
But I bet you a drug dealer probably could teach a motherfucker some shit a professor, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna teach a motherfucker. And it's some valuable shit they can use in their life.
They would rather hear this information from somebody who been to prison, somebody who avoided it.
They respect the nigga in prison and the motherfucker that's out
Again, this go now. Remember, this go back to this. Be the good thing about us kicking it. This how our conversation started. Look past the sacrifice to be in the position you in and discount you because you made that sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So I did everything a certain way.
here. You gotta have some wit, man. Be a dealer. Do you think there's a lot of women? You think there's a lot of? Have you ran across a lot of women drug dealers?
A few.
You say they move sloppy, or did they move kind of? You know what I'm saying? Pretty good. They move better. Damn, your shit breaking up like a motherfucker. You said they move better drug dealers. Damn. I mean, I guess because drug dealers, as far as you know what I'm saying. Did you mean like they was more masculine, or was they more? Was they still feminine, or
Good. Some of the same shit that we.
because you know they got a show on? I think it's on Netflix, or is it Queen Pins or something like that? You seen that? So like a lot of them women, bro, was like finessers. Like I'm talking about grade A, and they was getting some bread off that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just impressed. Like, damn, these women was really like, and I don't think it was a lot of men that did that same type of shit. And they got all like slaps on the wrist. They got slaps on the wrist for the shit they did. Mm. Most of the women did. They ain't always. They, they was on some other shit. Like they wasn't even fucking with niggas. They was getting their bread. Oh yeah, a couple of guys. Yeah, they did talk to the guy. Yeah, one nigga ran out of work. She got to another nigga plug. And she was fucking with him. And yeah, you know, like they had the one chick. You know, she was stealing shit from the stores. She paid for her husband's shit. She take her husband. Got a house. All types of shit. Still there, bro? That shit delayed as hell, bro. Oh,
but it's different.
yeah.
Wow, wow, tomorrow and shit.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'm gonna lay it down.